Okay, so previously on episode 22, because now we're 23, so 22, oh man. Okay, so um, previously you guys went to college for the day. The whole
We
college,
sure did.
yeah, you guys
Hell yeah.
took a tour. But before that, there was some mad science going on where you got took apart one of the carts and decided to make a magic detection device to find the find the ravine. And Stump's just like, "Oh, stab it in me." It's like, okay,
Man, Stone sent me on a fucking Google trip that ended up being real.
With the shadow weave. I had to read back. I was so busy that week, I didn't read your messages about that. That looked interesting.
it's very interesting that stuff. I had to do some research myself.
There was like one other side effect to it that I thought was just unworthy of mentioning because it's stupid game mechanically, which is like, if you're going to counterspell someone of the weave and you're part of the shadow weave, you have to make their DC check before you make the counterspell check, and they have to do the same to you. And I'm like, that's a lot of needless rolling.
Well,
Yeah.
that's probably looking at 35 rules or even earlier
is.
because Counterspell's rules were really complicated previously.
Yeah, you had to prepare counterspell in advance, and then say you were going to counter a spell, and then you had to like match something.
You had to basically you had to prepare Counterspell, and not only there was basically Counterspell had to be prepared, and you had to prepare on top of Counterspell the exact spell you wanted to counter every day.
In 5e, I guess the little bit lazier way of saying it is it's probably like counters have like disadvantage.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Eh. Or you can just forget it altogether.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because there's like nothing on it and nothing. So, you know what? I'll decide what happens.
We're creating shadow weave lore in DM's inbox's world.
Or we are porting stuff over and then improving it.
Yes.
And then somehow making it worse.
Lovely.
But that's
We
okay.
make everything worse.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. So continuing on. So yeah, you guys went to college. Some of you got really pissed off because there was a petitioner trying to ban something, and Shoti and Cassius was all like, "Oh no, I'm gonna rip your petition up."
Yeah, he was like, we don't need to have caustic materials on campus. And I was like, fuck you!
Yeah. And then Stones got into it with a bunch of jocks because they were using magic to become strong. And then it's like, no, you can't do that.
Juliet's presence was the only reason I didn't literally pour acid down his throat.
Cassius, behave.
And then Duwak did some recon and found something very, very large in the arena.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
But also alerted the people making that thing of his presence.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that too.
He stumbled on his acrobatics check.
Yep.
I love how
When he had a ring of jumping and just forgot to use the ring of jumping.
Yep.
I love how I love how Duwak is like playing the main story though. Like I respect that for Duwak. Like he's there on a mission.
Well,
we're all
I legit did not expect to find that in the stadium. I was gonna go in there to steal some shit, you know.
So we all were playing the story, and then Duwak just happened to play the story.
Yeah, like that was a complete accident.
No, it's always the biggest building. And then so then afterwards, like, Cassius busted and like interrupted a class very rudely, and then got the professor on his side to do science magic stuff.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what are you teaching? Oh, that's cute. This is more important.
And confused his classroom like totally about it. And at the same time, Juliet met the dean of the place.
AKA your half brother, full brother,
Mm-hmm.
half brother. Is that right the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no, Roll 20 broken. No.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it won't go away from the black screen.
Oh,
Like
no.
it says loading, and then it says reading core rulebooks,
Your
and then
network
it never actually
Oh.
loads.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm in, but I'm using
I'm in.
Firefox if that matters.
Yeah, I always use Firefox for Roll20.
You might have to restart the browser or the computer.
I might. I hope I don't have to restart the computer.
Reloaded.
Reload.
Reload.
No, I've done a refresh on the page a few times already, and so I think I'm gonna do the browser.
Okay.
Sometimes when either internet or Discord gives me trouble, I'll like go to Windows Update and it'll turn out that Microsoft has like a network framework update.
That sounds sus.
And then while Juliet was all talking with her half brother, he laid a proposition for both of you to share in some political power. And for him to divulge into some of his more active, there you go, more recent endeavors. So, and then Duwak was like, "Oh my god, guys!"
I think I missed that he was your half brother. I thought he was your step brother. That makes it really weird. I mean, the stepbrother thing would have been weird also, but this is.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
I'm gonna be honest, it's really not his fault.
No, it's not my fault. Okay, so you warn like the entire party. It's like, "Oh my god, guys!" And then you all went up to the door where the thing's at, and it explodes on you, and you guys take damage. Which, wait a minute, let me check one thing. Oh, someone didn't roll.
Wait, what?
Erickson didn't roll his dexterity saving throw. Let's take care of that real fast.
Yeah, do that real quick. I can't believe we missed that.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Juliet
he's
wasn't-
okay. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Holy shit!
Nice roll, Erickson.
Okay.
Erickson, like,
Man, he's
does
been
a backflip.
popping off ever since we gave him a gun.
But
Okay. So let's see. So he takes half damage. Would have been 9.
Erickson hasn't been a complete piece of meat since we actually made him useful.
Okay. So yeah, he takes damage. So, anyways, you guys are well, there's splinters. Like, you're covered in big wood chunks and stuff like that. You go through the door.
so sorry to repeat the scene. There was an
Yeah.
explosion that happened. DM.
Yes.
All right, I charge in with my my maul at the ready.
All right. I'm gonna send you guys over to the map.
Yep, I'll chase after.
All I needed to hear was there was an explosion that like knocked us on our asses, and I'm like, all right, Stones is charging. Holy shit!
Oh God!
I need
Holy
you to place
shit.
yourself on the map and roll initiative.
I told you guys it was big.
That is big.
You guys are over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
over here.
Oh,
Wait,
yep.
there's spiders and shit. I don't know where to be.
You're over here.
Oh.
The
So if I charge
squiggly
through the
line-
door,
Yeah, the squiggly line was a broken door, so you're charging right into the spider.
okay. Gotcha.
Well, I'd be staying right there.
All right.
I didn't know he looked like Krang though, so that's interesting.
It's not really. That's not what it's from, but whatever.
Do you have initiative up, or do you want me to chill?
I think it is up.
It
Did
is
you
up?
clear it?
Oh yeah, it's up.
Okay, cool.
Is this wheelchair man?
Yeah, that's wheelchair man.
Wheelchair man.
Who was the lady next to him?
You can't really
Have we met her before?
see.
technically
Yes,
don't.
you have, but she looks different. You'll have to make a
Interesting.
perception check. Because she's kind of far away. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, I need to get Mr. Erickson over there. Shoot, what was his token? He was guy with beard. Can't remember. Where are you at? There you are. Is that him? No. Can't remember. Oh, it is now. Whatever. He keeps changing his look
Why don't you just save his token?
because
Erickson is a changeling.
I forget. I forget
That's not-
constantly.
That's not his. That's not his token. God damn it!
Okay, fine. Let me find it then.
I will get confused. I'm thinking that's
a-
another enemy.
it's a-
Erickson stands out. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
DM.
I know. Well, hold on. Let me
Oh,
find it.
Erickson looks weird. Smack. Okay, he's back to normal.
God damn this! I have too many tokens. What was?
Don't worry, as I slowly piece together my campaign, I slowly realize I'm gonna make too many NPCs. Remember, I'm slowly getting like a disorder.
I don't know if you delete stuff as you go or not, but the map where we killed the mascot would have him on it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there he is. Found him.
There he is. Now just save him.
Okay. Hold on. I'm doing stuff.
And to answer your thing, Psychotic, that's where you can just, when you make NPCs and you give them sheets or you give them NPC sheets, you could just write stuff in like the DM bio.
No, I know.
Add
That's-
turn.
I'm gonna end up doing, but it's more of the I'm gonna have different, accents and tones for them. So I'm going to essentially become Smeagol at some point.
Oh my god. I saw something interesting that like Matt Mercer does when he does voices for characters. He'll write like the voice or accent he uses next to him,
Yeah.
so he knows what to fucking do for them.
Okay, so that's him. Okay.
Well, yeah, because like when they do voice, basically they just do an accent and plus an inflection, right?
Yeah.
And then that's basically it. It may be like a speed.
Oh, natural 20. This thing is redonkulously huge.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna say. Oh wait, I take back what I was going to say.
Whoa.
Because that natural 20 is not Erickson. I'm scared.
Yeah, big motherfucker isn't even on the map.
Okay. Let's see. Now I gotta get spiders.
These spiders shouldn't have smiley faces on them. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
they should.
They shouldn't.
They should. They need to
Yeah.
have.
No, they're very happy about killing us.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why.
Okay, and then let's see here.
This might be the first combat we have to run.
The automaton's not turned on.
This thing isn't? Okay.
No,
Shouldn't
Good.
be.
not fully completed. Because
Yeah.
the thing we have is its power source.
Wait a second. Can this be our home?
Two.
Can we just run or walk around
Oh
with an
my
automaton?
Let's not make Wild Wild West, please.
Whatever.
Well,
I'll just-
I
I'm
want this to be our
anticipating a situation like in Return of the Jedi where we think this thing is not active, but then the Emperor's like, "You think that power station isn't operational? It's a trap."
Power!
I'll just do this.
Exactly, it's a trap.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if that thing starts moving, I'm gonna ship.
Here,
bricks.
Don't-
I'll add him to initiative too.
Stone. No, actually. If it starts moving, Stone just,
Oh no!
Stones is gonna be Kratos.
Zero.
And
Please don't.
Stones is gonna be Kratos in that one scene where he's climbing on a fucking Titan.
Okay, so I think I got everyone here.
I
Okay.
swear to God, that thing better not actually have a turn until it's up.
What was that game? Rise of the Colossus? That
Yes.
Shadow.
Yeah,
of the Colossus?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus 2. I'll be like that as well. I know that game.
Okay.
Stone slowly
let's
turns
see.
into Earth Genasi variant of Kratos.
Almost done. Okay. Get my notes. What they do. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so stones.
Here we go.
Stones will rage.
Yes, you will.
Wild Surge.
7.
7.
Flowers.
Vines. Rough, stony vines. We'll just say they're just really vines. So 15 feet around me, there's difficult terrain, but that's fine. I'll put an aura
That
on myself.
travels with
thing.
you, right?
It does travel with me.
Okay.
Good thing most of your group just doesn't walk.
Yeah, that's true. So let me do the aura real quick before I forget. It's just gonna be, bam. It's just gonna be a green. I'll change the color later, but that's what I got.
Okay.
So I see the vines like wrapping and constricting around my party
click
members.
the chat
and
box that lets us see it.
Oh yeah. I don't think I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, DM,
Yep.
you might have to do it then.
It's the DM has to do it.
What do I have
Anyways,
to do?
Go to the settings on his token and allow us to see his aura.
Okay. Let's see. Settings. Token aura. Player permission C.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, we're in it right now, so okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's what 15 feet looks like. So I rage and I can't move into him, right? Any further? Like he's blocking.
Yeah, he is blocking.
Would it be like difficult terrain to run through him like this?
I mean, yeah.
The reason why I say that is because instinctive pounce, when I rage as part of my bonus action, I can move up to half my speed, so I can move 20. And if it's like difficult terrain, would I get there with it? Would I be able to get there? Or no? What'd you say on that?
To get there using instinctive pounce, I think you would have about 35 feet left.
As a bonus, when
My movement's
Pounce is kind of
40.
like a jump, isn't it?
I mean, it's a huge creature.
If you say I can't move through him and it won't be difficult terrain, I have to athletics. I can.
It's considered difficult terrain. Yes.
Okay, so if it's considered difficult terrain, I really can get like. I can't be in the same creature space, so kind of with instinctive pounce, I can pop there, so that's good. So part of that, I would then. This thing is inactive or active? The spider.
The big one?
This one, the spider.
Oh, that one. Yes, that is active. Yes.
Yeah, the big thing is the only thing that's inactive.
I want to try and spin the spider's beam towards these people. I don't know who they are. I'm taking a quick glance, but Stones is pissed, and he's going to try to use his first grapple athletics to move the fucking beam and try to force the beam to shoot at these guys.
Okay. So you are going to try to grapple it.
Trying to swing it around.
Okay.
Shitty ass grapple check. Holy crap.
All right. So it's
like
gonna use
That's a 1 and
natural
a 2.
20.
Okay. I will.
Original sin.
I will try again. That's a lot better.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to grapple and swing, or do I need to swing
Okay,
on my next
so
turn?
you'll have to swing on your next turn.
Okay, that sounds good. If I had my other strength to do that.
Wait, what is there? There's got to be rules against trying to grapple
A grapple is
huge
considered.
creature.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Let me
I think
see.
you can't. I think you can't move a creature that's 2 sizes larger than you. But I think you can.
Let me look
still
at grapple for the
Yeah.
condition grapple.
Because I think you can grapple. I don't think you can like physically throw.
A grapple creature, yada yada.
Moving a grapple creature, you can move or carry the grapple creature with you, but your speed is half unless the creature is two or more sizes smaller than you. Wait. Oh, the speed is not halved if they're smaller, 2 or more sizes smaller than you.
Okay. So
The target of your grapple must be no more than 1 size larger than you and must be within your reach using at least 1 free hand as you try to. Yeah, it says you can't grapple creatures that are 2 sizes larger.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
so basically, it's not like I'm grappling you as you're grappling me. Right
so actually, can I take that all back
Sure.
if I know that I can't like
now. Sure.
heave him?
Make me waste a natural 20.
Burn him away. I'll take 2 swings at this creature. I forget grapple rules sometimes because I don't play melee, so I apologize, guys.
Yeah, no, I forget them too.
Okay.
I'm gonna reckless attack, 2 swing, electric maul, smash.
All
Oh, forgot the rage damage. So add 4 to the total of all that, which I'll do the math for you if you want. So I got you.
Okay,
I got your back.
So yeah, so both of those will hit.
I got your back, buddy. Hold on.
Oh, you rolled the same thing on each. Crazy.
41 damage.
Okay, 41 damage. Cool.
And I'll turn on my rage damage. Raged.
Okay, so that's okay. 41.
Yes, 41 damage.
Okay.
I did the math already.
Okay.
Well,
so,
yeah.
All right, so it does resist some of it.
It's a magic weapon, so no.
Right, but it's got something else.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so let's see.
I thought you were discounting my electric maul +1. I was like, it's magic. Come on. But if it's something else, I got you.
It's okay. So when you hit it with the maul, your hammer seems to do a lot more damage, but the shock afterward doesn't seem to do as much.
Okay, it has resistance or immunity to lightning. Got
so
ya.
41.
I appreciate that, DM. That description.
Okay.
So I still have part of my movement. This thing doesn't look active, right?
No, it does not look active.
Okay. I'm gonna can I climb on it, or would that be another athletics check? Or would that just be part
That
of
would
my
be
movement?
another athletics check.
Fuck.
Because
Alright.
this is not as simple like going up a ramp. This is like climbing on its legs.
True. So can I move here? Like 10
Yes.
feet there? Okay. So I'm gonna say to this motherfucking creature I just hit twice with my electric maul and be like, come on! Hit me! Come after me, you big ugly spider! I toppled a building on you, and I'll rip you apart just the same. And I'm trying to goad it to try to attack me and chase me up this, because Stone's on his next turn is looking to climb this inactive machine and chase the spider up.
Okay.
I don't know if the spider will turn or anything like that, but that's part of my turn.
Okay, yeah, that's your turn. Okay. Big spider's turn.
I mean, well, it's the innate guy.
It's the innate spider. It's almost like a lair action. It does nothing.
It does nothing. The woman's turn.
Woman's turn. She's gonna use she's gonna double move, but use half of her movement to push the gentleman with the hard hat in the wheelchair 30 feet.
We should have killed the guy in the wheelchair.
He
back
couldn't
then.
even push himself. We thought we did kill him. I mean, we thought we left him for dead at least.
He
1,
lives.
2, 3.
Sounds like no one but me
4,
remembers, huh?
Actually, it gets up there because ramp, difficult terrain. There's a ramp over there.
Oh, nice.
It looks like we're about to ramp things up.
But
Okay, which spider is it? Oh,
The one I just attacked.
the one that you just attacked. Okay, so it's not very happy. So let's see. What's it gonna do? What is it going to do? Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's gonna bite at stones.
Has
using
advantage.
Its bite attack with advantage. Advantage. Let's go. Bite attack. 15.
It hits. 15 just hits.
Oh, okay. Cool. So let's see. Damage. Come on. Do the damage. There we go. Damage go.
That's damage.
Bites down for 18 points.
PSB.
Piercing.
Budgeting.
Yeah, slashing, bludgeoning. It's a bite.
Wow.
Bites get all 3.
Sick.
Which is why having a warhorse go into battle with you at level 1 is really, really cool.
Oh shit.
Now, does that mean it's tripled the damage?
No.
Or...
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's just for cases of damage reduction or resistance.
Gotcha.
Imagine. Okay, you take 18 of each of these, so
That would suck.
Yeah.
so 54 damage.
Okay, and then you know what? It's gonna bite again.
Okay.
Oh,
Got
again?
got
Yeah, it's gonna
advantage
bite
again. Oh, that hits.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. 17
All
more,
right, 17.
and that's gonna be its turn.
Are we rounding up or down? I forget.
We are
I
rounding
I
Down.
think it's down for
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always round down for everything.
I always round down too. I just forget. Every DM's different. I have played with so many groups. Alrighty.
So, okay,
Oh shit. Wait.
Erickson's turn. He sees the giant spider,
Wait.
and it's like, oh no, and he's gonna try to musket it.
I love how the rest of the party's
Nice.
nice damage, nice shot. I mean,
That's a nice shot.
4 damage.
Oh,
Minimum damage.
damage.
I was just gonna say I love how the rest of the party is like one after the other, and I'm just like the first in line.
Yeah.
And then he uses his other
Shit.
thing to reload.
Oh shit! Actually, DM, I always forget this. Having the spider make a dex save too.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Even takes 4 fire damage. I don't know.
Okay, dex save. Go.
Okay,
9.
it takes 4. It takes 4 fire.
Okay, so it takes half of that, so 2.
2 fire. All right.
Well,
Sorry, continue.
every damage counts.
Yes. Everything does count.
Okay, so Dwok.
Okay. Is it dark outside?
It is dark, yes, outside.
Is it dark inside?
There are shadows inside.
Okay, is there a shadow here-ish?
Yes, there are general shadows like everywhere because of all the girders and all that stuff. So you can pretty much go wherever. Technically.
Can I see this area right here?
That is 60 feet away. Yeah.
You all, or at least those of you who have vision on Dwok, see him disappear. And then he reappears over here, if you can see that.
Okay.
And,
So let me describe what's going on.
okay.
So you see a woman that you've seen before at the convention who got previously tossed around by Lucian's fake doppelganger gang thing. And she seems to have grown a little bit in the abdomen region.
Oh, gross.
Oh no.
She didn't. Not with the wheelchair guy. Ew, I don't even want to imagine him having sex. I say to fuck, I can't hit her now. God damn it. I say to the wheelchair guy, what is it you're trying to pull here, mister? You know what? Your name's not important. I think it's Oliver or something, right? Like out of game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But Dwak is intentionally forgetting it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Duwak's character.
And I still have movement, so I'm going to. Can I go? Is the ramp only big enough for the two of them to fit on, or can I get up next to them like that?
It's like 10 feet wide, and it goes up about like 25 feet into like an open doorway sort of thing.
Okay. This wheelchair
You
does it
don't
look...
want him to go through the doorway.
Yes, I know. The wheelchair, does it look like it's self-powered in any way?
Yes.
Okay, so she doesn't have to push it necessarily.
Not necessarily, but she is, because she is.
Well, was thinking this is kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna shove the pregnant lady
Oh.
down the ramp.
Damn!
Oh no!
Oh,
That child's
so
fucked.
you get to make a dexterity save for a baby in a womb.
No.
Okay.
Why?
Oh no.
I kind of prepared for this.
Really?
Okay, so you're
Oh,
gonna.
I did a save.
Okay,
Hold on,
so-
I did a save. It should be -3 on that, so it actually meets it. Because I should have done a strength check, not a strength save.
Okay, so strength check, so 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to try to, like, not be shoved.
She has mother strength.
She's
God
like
damn.
mama. She's in mama bear mode.
I was gonna say Mama Bear.
Okay, can I use... what I'm going to do for my second attack is use the grapple action on the wheelchair guy, and I'm going to be grabbing his chair, not him.
Okay. Okay. So
Another strength check, right?
yeah, just make another.
Or is
strength.
that athletics?
Uh,
I think it's supposed to be athletics, actually.
yeah, just do athletics. Yeah, you grapple onto the chair.
Okay. I'm grappling it. I say, you're not going anywhere! And since I took 2 attacks and the teleport was my bonus action, that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Cassius, you're up. You saw Dewalk disappear. You don't know where, but he just disappeared on you.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
used to
going
it. He
move
does that.
to here.
Like once.
I know I've been keeping measurements, but let me make sure I'm not stupid. Okay. Then I wouldn't have moved up that one time. Okay. I'm going to make because I can't make a decision after game, I'm going to make a charisma saving throw. Either Cassius rolls really high on this to kind of represent whatever last shred of a fucking human he is, or he is just going to be disgustingly monstrous in this fight.
Oh, because that's his daughter. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see what kind of.
Let's see if you have any shred of humanity left, Cassius.
Oh.
You got
Does
humanity.
Oh,
Does he?
okay. I was expecting to do horrific things.
Live and die by the dice. Live and make your decisions by the dice. Damn.
There is justice after all.
Apparently. Okay, so centered on him and his wheelchair, this will include Dwok as well. I will do whip to restrain all of them.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
That's Dex, right?
Yes.
Oh my
Damn, I
god.
failed it.
Okay, so
With a +8, Jesus.
and Elizabeth. Natural 20.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
It's still difficult terrain though.
Okay.
Wow, they succeed.
And
I
you fail. Yeah, wild as shit.
To be fair, you are
The guy in the wheelchair
wheelchair.
and the pregnant woman beat out the ninja.
I'm too focused on holding onto the wheelchair.
Yes.
Maybe we can make this guy our ally. He's so bent on destroying us, but we can make him our ally. Why do
we
No,
can make
Stone-
this sound like everyone else? No.
No, I'm saying this is Mega Man. I'm not.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I'm not thinking.
Okay,
I forget what the reason why we beat the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah, but this spider thing at the moment is in the way, so just kill that for the moment.
I'm trying to goad it to come up here and beat me up.
All right. Well, if there isn't anything else you want to do, Juliet.
Oh, I had a plan, but I don't think I have enough space to do it.
Yeah, everyone's kind of crowded.
Just aim it behind it if you want to throw something at an area.
Well, I don't want to do a fireball. I want to polymorph and beat the crap out of it.
Do it actually.
Do it.
Yeah, because there's 2 spiders after all.
But is that gonna interfere with where you and Erickson are?
We'll figure it out.
I mean, if I'm allowed, I will polymorph with
Well,
Quicken.
what if instead of like a giant ape, you do something else? I don't know.
No.
You think giant ape is the only thing that'll fit here? Gotcha.
Well, no.
I'm not
Giant ape
okay.
is
So
my most heavy damage
I
evade.
am not discrediting the giant ape whatsoever. I'm thinking it's like, what if like giant octopus, like restraining spiders or throwing it and shit. Your options are out there.
What would you like to turn into?
You got a lot of options. I'm saying.
No, giant ape. This thing.
Giant ape.
Okay, giant ape. You are huge size, right?
Huge.
Huge.
You are now become huge. Everyone
the
gets
fuck out of it.
pushed out 1 square.
Move, bitch. Okay, and then with Quicken, this allows me to still use my action. So let's just punch it twice. I don't know
Boom.
if I get advantage though.
No,
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm not
See?
adjacent.
but you do hit it
Wow.
15.
Okay.
for 24 big time damage and
and
26.
then 26.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Is that enough? Yeah. I think that is good enough. So you like sock it in its big stupid spider brain thing, and it kind of goes bzz, 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 and then it like falls over.
Awesome.
Destroyed?
Blech.
Damn. Nice.
Am I small enough to walk through?
You can squeeze.
You could like hunch down and get through.
You can crawl, but then people see your big butt,
I'm an ape.
your big ape butt.
So
I imagine
Vampire.
Juliet's version of giant ape is a baboon, and it has that big red butt.
so
But totally
40 feet
goth.
So 40 feet movement is
Black
any of this
ape.
great for me.
Oh no, it's one of those hairless apes that we talked about. Ew. I forgot that's what the fuck she looks like.
I
Ew.
basically took a giant ape, made it hairless. It's muscular, and the flesh is just writhing like shadows.
Oh.
It
Dude,
looks
I-
terrible.
I'd rather have black ape than shadowy black wispy ape than
Anyways.
bald ape.
Is any of this rough terrain for me? I need
You
to
can
know.
feel your sins crawling on your
I
back.
yeah, it's
Let's see.
rough terrain
If-
with
okay,
the
so the
vines.
spider would be rough terrain because it's so freaking huge.
Okay, But that's it.
but you
Okay,
can
so-
step over it, yeah. But it'll be
Okay,
rough
so
terrain.
I'm
And
gonna
then
be
it's rough terrain where the vines are.
right. That means in rough terrain, I'm gonna get as far as that.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
Okay. Other spider's turn
Yes.
is like, it looks at Oliver, tilts its head, and then lights up his eyes and throws a big old fireball to Juliet. And so Juliet,
Would it
as
hit me too?
yes. So Juliet and Stones will have to give me a dex saving throw.
Yep. One moment. I have to look up something.
21.
Excellent.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah,
So what is?
dex saving throw for an ape.
Wow. Yeah, I have the same dex as a giant ape. So hey, it's actually my dex saving throw. That's amazing. Oh wait, does it say the giant ape gets proficient? That would change actually. No, it doesn't say. I don't think I do.
A giant ape's not.
So
It is my
just straight dex.
Yeah, it's my dex save. Oof. I fail.
Okay, so 33 fire damage.
Okay, give me a minute.
Stones will take half.
Yeah.
Con save for concentration with advantage. I make it.
Nice.
Jeez. Okay, so Stones will end up taking
16 fire.
damage. 16 fires.
Thanks for automatically eating that one.
Yeah.
Num num num.
And it will move here. Goes vroom, 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 vroom.
You know what's the best part about turning into an ape and then eating that? I don't go down.
Yeah, because otherwise you would. It would be funny.
Oh yes.
33 was your HP? Jesus.
No, I was sitting at 30
Wow.
because
I
I
l-
took blast.
Oh yeah, the damage from the door.
Yes.
Okay, so Oliver is going to try to use his wheelchair to break the grapple.
He's not grappled. They passed, both of them.
No.
No, he is grappled by me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so he's going to try to use his motorized wheelchair to go up the ramp.
If he's able to get out, it's still rough terrain.
It is still rough terrain, but he's going to try to break Duok's grapple first. With an 8.
Nah.
Nope.
Nope.
Nice try.
Well, that's all he can do.
Cool.
He just goes.
He doesn't
the
have
wheels.
spells. How disappointing.
He,
If this don't
Don't say that.
don't make me bring out. Oh yeah, he's actual level 15 necromancer, finger of death, please.
Mr. Stones.
I just haven't been able to use my Mage Slayer
Beat
feat
yet.
yet.
Oh,
We haven't faced off against a lot of spellcasters.
Mr.
That's all.
Stone.
don't worry about it.
I have a heavy request. Hold your action to throw me at them.
I was gonna climb into this thing. He'll say at the top of his turn. What do you have in mind?
Throw me at them like a mighty spear.
Stones grunts, but respects Dr. Cassius' decision. It's difficult
Light as a
terrain to
feather,
go
stiff as a
through.
board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Is it difficult terrain to go through? The spider DM
Oh
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I probably can make it here then, considering I have 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna chuck Dr. Cassius.
Okay.
All my might. Natural 20.
Wow. Yeah, you do.
Wow.
Okay.
I
So-
like pick him up, and I'm like angry, and I'm like, Doctor, I'll trust every decision you give me. and then I like chuck him like
You
and
chuck
like
him like
anime like a bullet, like All Might.
he flies 30 feet.
That's hella distance for my weight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. That's my action, right? To do that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I'll do what I wanted to do next turn. That's technically no. I didn't hit something, so my rage would end actually.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, you
Throwing-
wasted his raid.
It's okay. The vines were bullshit anyway. They weren't really useful here.
No, wait, I have a question. Does it sustain if you take damage?
Yeah.
Could I attack of opportunity him?
What would you? I'd rather not take
no,
damage.
Yeah,
unless
do it, do
necessary.
it, do it, do it, do it.
I'd rather lose the rage out of
Mega.
character.
Mega, I'm not going to. I'm being an idiot.
I know. Your punches hurt like a fucking truck, even if I,
I know.
half damage that.
Yeah, just imagine if Abe goes smack. Anyways,
So much damage.
Okay, next up.
That's my turn.
Lair action. Nothing.
thank God. I don't want to know
The
what
pregnant woman
Pregnant
actually
woman,
has
sir.
magic.
She is going to try to push Oliver up the ramp.
He's grappled though.
So, strength versus or athletics
Yeah.
versus athletics.
Yeah.
Damn it! Oh, but she
Oh my
rolled
god!
lower.
Can she roll the shit?
She rolls lower. So,
Man, Dwok is surprisingly holding it the fuck down.
Sure am.
okay.
Amazing.
All right. Well, that's her turn. Dead Spider's turn. Dead Spider will do nothing. Erickson is like,
Oh, well, it depends if Erickson moves.
oh, okay. Erickson, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will end up there because of difficult terrain. He's trying to climb over the corpse spider. He's like, oh my god, what the hell? What the hell is that thing? Points at the big giant spider. And that's gonna be his turn because, yeah. To walk.
Okay.
Somehow you are still grappled with the wheelchair.
No, what are you trying to do? You're not going anywhere. And I'm going to hit him.
Okay. With what? Just your fist?
With my fist.
Okay.
With my free fist. I'm holding him with one hand. I'll hit him. Actually, you know what? I'll kick him.
Okay. You're just gonna kick him?
Yeah. Right in the face.
Okay. You kick him in the face. He's dazed from it.
Well, let's see if he really is dazed and stunning strike.
Okay, you're gonna...
That actually meets it, so he's good.
okay.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah, he took a whole bunch of damage. He has like a concussion at this point, you know. Again.
Okay.
Another one.
I'm gonna kick him one more time.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And another stunning strike.
Okay. Is this lethal damage or non-lethal damage?
No, I'm intentionally like just trying to knock him out.
Okay. All right. So I don't have to roll because you just knock him out.
Oh, okay.
So he is going to have what kind of a moat is he going to have? He's going to have the rook.
Do the sleeping one.
Okay, fine.
And I look at her. I don't know her, right? Like
You have seen her?
but I don't know she's related to Cassius, right?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
I mean, you can do a history check if you like. If you want.
I'm trying to remember, Cassius, when did you have the conversation with her about
in the middle of the.
That was it was in front of everybody though, right?
It, I think
It
it
wasn't
was,
off to the side.
except
It
for
just
Stones, because Stones was with the guy at the time.
it just depends on if Dwog was there at that moment. I can't remember.
Oh shit!
You don't remember.
We'll say no.
I say, listen, lady. I don't really have that much of a problem with hitting pregnant people. Okay, so you better back off.
It's like, but you guys, you saved us. But why are you hitting my husband?
Why are his spiders attacking us?
They're for our protection. Please, just let us go.
Okay, fine, but not into the big robot.
I think that's an agreeable compromise. Sure, you can go, but not into the death machine.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Sorry.
Jesus.
I've been reading 3-5 stuff recently.
God, I read so much 3-5 shit.
Okay, so hold on. Let me roll a die privately. Okay. Okay. She doesn't. She's. It didn't work. She's determined to get her husband to safety.
Knock her ass out.
Mama bear.
I mean, I've
mode.
used all of my action. I guess I could bonus action something, but I'm not going to.
Okay, I mean, it's up to you.
No, I'm good. I'm going to stay
Okay.
right where I am.
Okay.
Keep grappling his wheelchair so she can't push him in.
Okay.
Aim strike, just aim for her head, not any other part of her body, because she's got a kid in her.
Yeah, but she's like partway up the ramp, so you know.
This is gonna be Shoti's next character, the kid in the womb.
Yeah, if she doesn't miscarry in the process, Cassius, you're up.
It's the otter, somehow.
What?
Okay, so just so you know, I'm dashing 60 to get, like, all the way up.
Okay.
But, like, it would just look dumb because there's no...
Here's Grandfather Cassius.
Okay.
Goes,
And then the rest of my turn will be exposition.
Okay. Yeah, she does react to you. It's like, Dad, what are you doing?
First things first is... need action or bonus action? Action. Okay, so I won't be waking him up this turn, which is probably good. Cassius looks to her and goes, long, long before you were ever in this world, my hands and the things I have invented have only ever murdered, maimed, slaughtered people for profit. Let me fix this one thing. This one thing. As long as I'm near you and your family, it'll continue causing trouble for you. It just will. I will try to make distance from y'all once our doings here is over. But I do want to apologize to this man, because I am the one who put him in the wheelchair. And I do keep destroying your life.
You did this? She starts tearing up.
Oh.
You did this. You hurt him.
The only way you'll ever be safe from my actions is if I find distance from you and yours.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh.
I can accept that. I can. I do wish you the best in everything you do, but I'm not much of a father to you, never really have been. Wasn't there for you much.
Just get out of my way. Just get out of our way. Just leave. Just go.
Well, that's the issue. We currently have a deal with your boss, so we're gonna be here for a moment.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. 12.
Ooh.
At least it's not below 10, I guess.
Yeah, I know, right?
Me.
Let's see. And her reaction. Of course.
I do just want
She-
you to know I'm not requesting forgiveness, just neutrality.
She takes her hands off of the little handles of the wheelchair and just puts her head down. She goes, just fine. Just finish whatever. Just leave us alone. Just never come back.
Your life will genuinely improve if I do get away from you, but we do have our business. I had flipped the coin as to how I would do, and I even backed it up with a saving throw, which went extremely well on their regard.
Yeah.
I gave them like 2 safeties. If
like
those
this-
2
I like this
safeties had gone wrong, I would have cast Shatter on her womb.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh,
Shit.
Oh, that's such a target
Well,
too.
I'm
Yep,
glad
he-
it didn't.
It would have
He
killed
still
her
has
and him.
humanity, so
I know.
yeah.
Painful.
And you know what she rolled on her reaction? A natural 1.
Go figure.
Because of course.
The dice do
So
not lie.
she, you know. Anyway, Juliet, it's your turn.
Oh,
You see all this stuff happen, and what's your reactions? You're up.
I'm an ape. I don't have enough foresight. I'm gonna try to avoid conflicting as much as possible, but we're getting that close to punch the hell out of her.
You got your
Spiders.
10. You got your 10
Yeah,
foot
that-
reach.
Yep.
that
10
makes
foot-
sense because like the spider threw a fireball at you.
Yes. So, fist. I think that's a miss.
Yeah, that is a miss.
Second one.
That is a hit.
Excellent. That's my turn.
Okay.
I know you're upset, but do get away from the giant ape.
She will attempt to on her turn. Meanwhile, it's the spider's turn, who is just taking orders, and the one who, the master is knocked out cold, so chompy on Big Ape.
Bring it.
15.
15. I will have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that, just hits.
You don't have a high AC as a giant ape.
It's 12. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, takes 16 damage. And Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Concentration. With advantage.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, well, it bites you again. Huzzah!
No.
15 more damage.
Oh, wait, was that the second one? Oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Let me do another one.
And do another one.
What is the AC of your ape?
12,
12.
13. Big ape, easy to hit, fucking huge AC or HP pull.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's not wearing any armor.
Okay, so yeah, the big giant spider just keeps on chomping down and like nom 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 nom. Oliver is passed out. Stones.
I'm gonna.
You're
I wanna-
technically not raging anymore.
I'm not raging anymore. It's fine. I can get rid of my aura. DM.
Yeah.
I want to try to climb up this thing. Actually, first thing first, I'm gonna be in action to look for an opening. Make a perception to look for an opening to climb into.
Sure. Give me. Yeah.
I didn't mean it with advantage, but it's the first roll anyway. 23.
Okay. Yeah, there are panels that are not, fully covered up. So there are holes, and of course the big old ramp on the other end, where everyone's at.
Yeah, fuck that. That's too easy. Stones does everything the hard way. I want to try to climb into that panel.
Okay, give me athletics check.
Natural 20.
Oh my god! Of
Holy
course.
shit.
So
Of
yeah,
course.
you run up to it, and then you jump, and you go straight into the hole.
How
It
much
is-
movement do I got left?
You guys, your movement left. I'll take
It's dark
all.
in here.
Yeah, it is very dark in there.
I don't know what to do on my turn. I'm gonna light a torch, but that's my turn. If I have no movement left, and that was my action.
Okay. Huge spider lair action. Nothing. Elizabeth,
Upset daughter.
the upset daughter,
Currently getting sandwich.
sees the giant ape and the giant spider, and just goes to her knees and tries to cover her head. She's like, just stop, just go away, everyone, just go away. And that's gonna be her turn.
Stop being a bitch.
She's pregnant.
Stones have
She's very pregnant.
Stones have the hard knock life.
Yeah. Pregnant people in the village still fucking worked.
Yeah, but she's not an Earth Genasi.
Uh-huh. She wasn't in the tribe.
Okay, so 4.
Stones is just built different. I'm just saying.
She made
Erickson just walks over here and goes, "Is it over? I heard a lot of crying. That usually means it's over. Is it over?" That'll be his turn. To walk.
Okay. She let go of the chair, right?
Yeah, she let go of
yeah.
the chair.
She's on her knees.
She's on her
Okay, I'm
knees. She's
I'm
counting.
And
still
he's
holding.
unconscious, so.
I'm still holding the chair.
Okay.
The ape is blocking the bottom part of the ramp, correct?
Yeah, so it's generally like a 10-foot drop from the ramp to the floor at this point.
Okay, so the ramp, does it have side rails?
No. Because this is not OSHA approved.
Okay.
Nice.
Because if we're going to do that
And you said it's a
Tuesday-
10-foot drop?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's nothing.
Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that was a natural 20 from Stones. Read that wrong. It's like, god damn it. I see green as like, oh no.
He could roll a 1. He's a monk.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, I want to take the chair off the ramp. And I don't know if it's going to kill him or not, because he's at 0 HP.
It would absolutely kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay.
Back up off the ramp and
Okay.
pull him with me and try to catch him.
Mr. Dwalk, just leave it be.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mr. Dwalk, just leave it be.
Oh, okay. The spider is still attacking the ape, right?
Yep.
Is
Draw
there
on the iron.
Are there shadows over here I can teleport to?
Yeah, there's shadows over there.
Okay, so I have advantage here.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, get that flank. Yeah.
him with my nunchuck.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. That does. You hit.
And then second attack with the nunchuck.
Okay. Okay.
And I use the bonus action to teleport. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Cassius.
Okay. Being nice.
You are being nice.
How does it feel to be nice? Aid. Ooh.
So I'll heal him and her by 5 and increase their max HP by 5. And the other one can go to Dwok. So Dwok, you get 5 more HP. And so
Okay. So
Oliver wakes up.
Yeah, he's awake. Kind of stirs.
Yep, and Cassius is, he's there in front of him when he wakes up.
He will react on his turn. Juliet.
Spider must die.
Yes, that hits. 7. Okay. Yeah, that first one hits all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, second one will hit too. Okay. That's enough right there. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you smash the spider and it goes down lip as it starts sparking all over the place.
That's interesting. 8 actually doesn't ask for vision. I could
Really?
give
Wow.
give that 5 HP to the
Within range.
baby.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
Now, here's the
that's
question:
one healthy ass baby, right?
Is the baby and the woman considered one creature at this moment?
Can we
Right?
not?
Oh my god.
It could be because they are attached.
We're getting really in
Or-
depth over a baby right now.
I think they would be
The
one
concept
creature
of-
until.
The concept of life and death and object and creature are very, very,
I think they would be considered one until the umbilical cord is broken.
Okay, yo,
Or
can
at
we-
least until she gives birth and then the umbilical cord is just tethering them together.
Yo, can we please not?
Yeah, same. Can we please not? I agree with.
Yeah,
I
can
agree.
we please not? Is the combat over?
Like, there are a lot worse conversations. I think it's pretty tame to say they're one creature.
Can.
unless otherwise noted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
so
that
I
is
think
that.
I think combat can be over at this point.
Is it? Okay.
Oh wait, no, I have one thing.
Next Slayer action.
Oliver
Oh.
Oliver wakes up and sees Cassius.
Yep. Who I don't know if he cares, especially with our history, but has in fact healed him.
You just see like a look of disdain on his face, like
Yeah.
like a little bit. It's like half disdain, half fear, because of all the stuff that you've done to him.
Okay for conversation time?
Yeah, conversation time.
Mr. Oliver, you have known nothing but pain since you have met us. The unfortunate soul behind you, I do not know if you were privy to this information, but she is my daughter from when I was a man. And I'm not asking for forgiveness. I am a monster. My hands have committed evil and will continue to do so. I merely ask for neutrality, and we go our separate ways, and you raise your happy family. if you care to, maybe I can make you some artificial legs to make up for this clear mistake I made. And then we never meet again.
Make a diplomacy check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Oh,
We're playing 5e,
We're
lol.
playing-
Same, bruv.
Oh my god. Okay. Persuasion.
Oh, I mean,
Damn.
this makes
Hey,
sense.
hey, at least it's over 10.
It's over 10. So you don't know how this is gonna. Okay.
Did you just roll another natural fucking one?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
No,
th-
I
okay,
rolled a
okay.
lot higher.
Okay.
He just.
Which is like, Cassius is not looking for this guy to like him. He is looking for just to go neutral.
I hate you. You took everything from me.
Yes, sir.
You took my livelihood. You took my legs. You almost took my wife. Why should I ever be on neutral ground with you?
Just enough neutrality to where you would not, for some reason, forsake your happiness to track me down. I assure you, people who stay close to me, even enemies, they just end up with blood on their hands.
I need to think about this.
In the meantime, just so you know, the reason why we're here, we are under a bit of an agreement with Mr. Lucius. So we will be here for a time being if you wish to further speak at all and alleviate what is on your mind.
Just stay out of here. Let me finish my work.
Yeah,
Very
about
well,
that.
But
What is this thing?
Isn't it obvious?
do you know what the power source is meant to be? The destruction it can cause?
The power source is just like the smaller ones. It's all a spell. Lucian wanted a vessel for an extremely powerful spell. That's all.
Oh,
He
back.
paid me royally, gave me this chair.
The spell he plans to have power this machine can destroy countries.
I was just about to say, we're out of combat, right?
Yeah, you're out of combat.
Okay, cool. I'm shrinking back down. Fuck this ape.
Countries? Like, entire countries.
Husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, politicians, salesmen, farmers, all the way down to the cows in the pastures. Gone.
Move aside. I'm gonna use this thing to kill him.
If that's true, Mr. Oliver, you're a better man than I ever was. I sold many of things to make profit in a wartime. Miss Juliet,
Oh yeah, Juliet.
we
please.
need your final opinion. Is Lucius here to stay, or is he here to go? I may be a monster, but that's something else.
Dr. Cassius, we all are. However, for my final opinion, I need everyone here. Find stones.
Okay, so Stones is lighting a torch.
Mr.
and he's
Crunch,
looking-
find Mr. Stones.
Creaky.
He was there. He watched where he went. So
Okay, so
the
Stones.
thing is, he can't speak to him.
So Stones, you light up a torch and you are going through the interior of this giant robotic spider.
Yep.
You find like a
Looking-
main corridor sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you go down the hall and there is a door in front of you that says control room.
I go through.
That's what I was trying to find.
There is a control room, but instead
the
of
doors
like
open?
yeah,
Oh.
I mean
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's open. There are like there's a couple people working in there. They're just looking at, like working on some panels and stuff like that, and they see you.
I'm gonna shout out to all of them. How do you turn this thing on?
Intimidation check.
Yeah, balls.
I don't know. Do they? Nope. No, they do not. They go. They point at the center console thing.
I go to the center console.
You go to the center console. It is in the shape of grand piano.
Magic awareness. I'm gonna find something that like connects to the entirety of this system. I had to feel like this thing is magical in a way. I don't know. Stones will just use it, flash his eyes, and look at the buttons like in the grand piano and see if one button turns it all on.
Okay, so yeah, this place is very magical.
Oh,
Yeah.
looking at this keyboard though,
Yeah.
do I get like a sense of something that could look like it can activate?
I mean, it's not turned on yet, so there isn't like magic flowing through it, sort of thing. But there is magic around you.
Hmm. So it's a grand piano.
It's a grand piano, yes.
Sit down and I'll try to play the grand piano.
Okay, give me a performance check. 11. You are able to play chopsticks.
What do we see on the outside?
You see the eyes start to illuminate a little bit.
Looking at the workers, instead of me shouting, I'll be like, all right. Men, you all seem sophisticated. Do you have to play this thing like an instrument for it to work?
Yeah, but the creator knows the song.
Come on, you have to have been around him long enough to know the song. What is the fucking song?
I played the drums and
I'm saying any of you, or any of you musicians, are you all engineers?
Phantom of the Opera.
there's something over their words. It's like I'm gonna go. Bye.
Is there a way I can just kind of configure this not to be a fucking piano and like try something else with it?
It's a piano.
You'd have to rebuild it.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have to. You have to. You have to disassemble it, reverse engineer it, and then build something new around a new way of doing it.
Is there any notes, a notebook, or anything to try to play this?
You can give me investigation.
I'm down with that.
God.
14. There is a little cupboard
Okay.
with some scribbled notes in pencil. They seem to be notes.
I
Now,
take them out.
Can you read magic? I'm not. Yes, you can read magic, but can you read music?
I didn't know that was a language.
Well, it's like a music sheet, like in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In real life, no. In game, no.
Yeah.
Stones is just gonna try to like, I don't know, like almost like a lot of his arcane books he's been reading. It's about, I know this is not arcane in nature and what he's doing is more musical, but like arcane flows in a way. He's gonna try to see if he can't like flow a song with the notes on the page and match it to the keys. I don't know. Stones is trying.
Okay.
Would it be an
intelligence check?
Okay.
Just to try to figure out the correlation between the notes and the keys. Okay. Yeah. The ones that are higher on the paper means that it's a higher key. So maybe you could figure it out that way. So.
Okay. So another playing of the piano.
Another performance check.
Okay, he hasn't been in there that incredibly long. 2 tries is probably enough for someone to find him.
Okay. So as Stones is like going down on the keyboard, tickling the ivories a little bit, the robot itself seems to power up a little bit. Power up.
Oh no.
And that's when Crunch finds him.
Crunch taps on his shoulder.
I'm ignoring it. I'm trying to activate it. I'm gonna continue playing DM.
Okay.
Crunch taps harder.
Not now, small robot. Crunch.
Crunch taps your shoulder one last time.
I grab him in the midst of me playing. I put him on my shoulder.
Crunch pulls out a gun.
I dare you to shoot me, little robot.
Oh no!
Damage in the side of the head. And he pushes you 5 foot back.
Jesus Christ.
What?
He blasts me off the stool. I take my maul out and I'm gonna fucking smack him with it. Natural one.
You miss.
It's like I was like taking out my maul to try to swing him midair.
Oh
and
no! I have.
whiff
Oh
horribly.
no! I have to roll something.
He floats towards the exit and points.
Natural one
I was
blunder.
gonna say we
fucking
heard the
suck.
gunshot, right? Like.
Yeah. There's a loud gunshot coming from inside the robot.
Erickson, what the hell?
I didn't do it.
Oh yeah,
fucking-
some other asshole with a gun.
You just hear cursing probably from the distance. If you guys can hear the gunshot, you just hear me fucking shout, "You fucking small robot Crunch! Stop shooting me!"
Oh no, he's in the robot. We need to go in now.
I'm determined to fucking crush Crunch.
I'm fucking rushing.
Well, Crunch has 30 feet of flying speed, so...
I will go running in as well.
Okay.
And I'm probably the fastest of everybody.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it'll still take you a couple rounds to get over there.
Okay.
Okay. Crunch
So
lasts that long.
Let's see if can I attempt to swing again, or is it his turn? He's taking another shot at me.
here, let me draw something. Here, let's go. New page. Okay, so basically what we have here is a failure to communicate. And I just wanted to say
the
that.
exact same thing.
So it's going to be like here, and then whoop, and then this is all the pipes. Damn it. Stupid roll 20. And that's the keys.
Man, I wish there was an easier way to drop your token.
I wish there was tablet support.
Yeah.
I know. Wish that too. At times.
Okay. Don't forget you were shot 5 foot back.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like right here, really. Alright, yeah, like right there.
All right, so yeah, and then, whoops, no, go that way. So it's like, draw that, and this is like the doorway. Okay. So, Dwak, you're right there. Everyone else is like, oh no.
Yep.
Psychotic. Mess with the crunch, you get the punch.
Yeah.
Um,
The door is open, right?
yeah, the door is open.
Okay.
'Cause I can't. Freaking. God damn it. Okay. Let me find Erickson. Copy. And then. Paste. Yay! So yeah, you find the open door, and then you see a grand piano with Crunch and the other guy, Stones.
Jesus Christ, DM. Are you alright?
No, I'm not. I've been up since 1 o'clock. So in the morning.
Jesus.
Okay, so yeah. So you are with. Okay, so you see this happening. They're like trying to fight, and they're all missing because natural
Wild
one.
shit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you see.
I'm gonna can I make another swing again?
Sure.
Oh god.
He would definitely be trying to dodge if that's possible.
Dodge action.
Disadvantage on the shot.
That didn't change much.
26.
No, it didn't. So
Nice.
yeah.
But
I'm not raging, so it's 11 damage. Ignore the rage damage.
yeah. So you smacked the crap out of him.
How much
He's
HP
still
does he have?
standing.
Well, he gets turned technically if we're going one off, one off.
He, has the gun out, but I mean, Dwak's coming up, and he sees Dwak coming up.
Does he do nothing?
Disengage.
I love your robot. I would hate to destroy it, but Stones is fucking pissed. He's trying to figure out the piano.
Oh, he's like a familiar. If you broke him, I can just summon him back.
I figured.
I love the tone in which you say disengage.
Okay, so he doesn't get smashed. He just disengages, and he's like.
Yeah.
And Dwak, you're there. You see Stones at the piano.
You see me
Stones,
getting
what the hell's happening?
I'm trying to figure out this spider thing. You have to play it.
There's
Hang on.
actively in Stones' shoulder, there's like a piece of metal lodged into it.
Yeah. And I'll
What?
get out later.
Hang on, man. This thing's kind of dangerous. I don't know if we should just be messing with it.
I was just curious, that's all, and I'm trying to figure out how it works.
Why don't we wait for Cassius? He's better at this type of stuff.
No, that's true. The doctor's smart. He can turn this fucking piano that this little whack job did for this creature's controls into something easier. No, wait for the doctor.
Okay.
I say I wait for the doctor, but I'll hit like 2 keys just to hear the sound.
Ding ding.
Wait, Dwak, what if you stand over here and I stand over here? And you play on that side and I play on this side.
I'm gonna be like, wait, I learned this one. Hang on, a little while back, and I played the Jaws theme.
I'm
Da-na-na-na.
gonna do another performance on my side.
Yeah, Dwak needs to do one too.
It's the Terminator theme.
Because the Terminator is coming to kill me. Because he's pissed.
Oh, I still have
Oh,
advantage on it.
nice! But it's the first roll. 21's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, you play the Jaws theme, and the all the lights in the area light up, and there are windows activated where you can see outside.
Oh no, was the Jaws theme? Oh no.
Jaws theme was the light switch.
Okay,
I look outside. Did the giant spider turn into a giant shark?
No, but you do
Okay,
notice
that's
that
good.
you're off the ground a little bit more than you were.
Oh, did it like stand up?
It is
It's like
in the
a
process.
mechanical beholder.
all right, before we do something completely catastrophic, please stop touching the piano.
You mean like this? And then Stone's just like palms like a bunch of fucking keys. Brr, brr, brr.
Jones, I'm glad you have enthusiasm, but I am not in the mood.
This is why we have locks for keyboards these days.
Yes.
I don't know what I did. I don't know, doing it, just smashing a bunch of keys. You know, like that kid that just like palms a bunch of keys.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't do much. I mean, the okay, how about this? The
Oh,
lights turn red.
I get it. The robot is like has to be operated by just playing various songs. As long as it has songs in conjunction, it operates.
It's basically the Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, kind of.
Except instead of a flute, it's a piano.
Oh, yeah. It's at this point she'll look back, see Cash here. Okay, well, most of us are here.
Well, the doctor's here.
New
Miss Juliet, we all heard Mr. Lucius' offer. How do you want to play this?
I know what you said about I can't kill your family members. Can this guy be the exception? Didn't like him when I walked in and saw you and him.
Stones, I already told you he has to die, but unfortunately something more dire has come up.
What's more dire than him having to live?
Because I have a bigger goal in mind, we're killing the whole Mademoiselle family.
Is he joining us?
Very well.
Here's my plan. The last piece of the parchment that is going to power this contraption, Lucian has a hold of it. Now we have a way to track it, but until he's dead, he's a threat. How would you all feel like murdering a family member with me?
I am down for the idea. You're gonna have to give me an hour, though. That fight was something else.
Cassius, how do you feel about us stealing this thing from your son-in-law?
I feel like he's about to roll into the room.
He rolls into the room.
Right on time.
It's also a very, very safe place for them to stay while we're dealing with things.
I see.
I'm trying to do just one nice thing and just leave them be.
Who are they again?
The man in the wheelchair is apparently the father of my daughter's child.
You know, in my culture, you have to prove yourself to become wed by the father-in-law. If you don't approve of him, he has to beat you in combat. And if you win, you have the freedom to kill him, and then he can't be wedded to your daughter. That's how it works.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but that
why
seems kind of messed up because that guy's in a wheelchair.
Well,
that's why he built this here machine. It was a battle of the minds. He built this to show me how good he is at inventing.
tear this whole thing down. Stone starts taking out his maul.
Oh,
Say the word.
don't.
Well, it's the proof that he's worthy.
Don't destroy my life's work.
Your life's work's a fucking piano to run a whole machine. Seems silly.
It's ironic.
How do you get a fucking
Don't you
piano
think?
Okay,
to move?
the moment I just was it Oliver that said it's ironic?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the moment he says it's ironic, Julia just starts cracking. Just
Don't you see? He rolls up to you.
How do you play this thing? I feel stupid, and I hate feeling stupid.
You play it like a piano.
I tried.
And you play the destruction of your enemies.
Mr. Oliver, I am trying to stay on neutral ground with you, so I will give you this warning. Continuing to talk to Mr. Stones will result in your death by his hand. It's not worth it.
He's not wrong. If you're not strong, you're not worthy to be in or even talking to me.
Please just accept what he says.
But I want to learn how to play this piano. So you live. Teach me how to play this piano so I can operate robot.
Give me persuasion. You are definitely going to have to persuade him.
How about it be your reward from him for helping kill the headmaster?
I don't know if 12 gets me anywhere, DM. That's a good point, too, that you made, Shosty.
Yeah, work for it.
Yeah, he goes, after we're done here, I can show you how to play a piano.
All right. So Juliet, we're killing your brother.
In the meantime, I do suggest we take a long rest.
We could just take an hour.
It is pretty late.
looks out the windows. Can I tell if it's actually nighttime or if this is artificial?
It has been nighttime for like hours. Ever since your brother came to the scene.
Oh, that's right.
Cool,
Oh, yeah.
so we don't have to worry about that.
You walk.
So
Out of character,
you
to
do not know what time it is.
Out of character to the group, do you guys need a long rest? I'm realizing as a barbarian at this current moment, all I need is a short rest because I can just use hit die. I have 3 rages left for the day, bolstering magic and magic
I get
awareness.
almost everything back on a short rest, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'm not hurting.
Well, outside of those things also, unless Juliet has something once, like if we actually beat him down to where he goes to his mist form, we actually have nothing we can do about that to actually kill him.
Thing is, if we give him 8 hours, he's gonna plan something worse. If we give him 1 hour, it doesn't give him enough time to do a whole lot.
We don't have any spells that have sunlight, right?
He's currently expecting her though, because he wants to know her decision on whether or not he wants to be married to her.
Well, so in an hour we kill him.
Well, Cassius, I did say I would have to discuss this with the rest of you. However, this gives us an hour to plan.
Why do you? Is it in your culture to marry your own brother?
Sometimes certain families of royalty often do.
I once heard stories of my tribe back in the day did that. It created this deformed genasi. We didn't understand what happened. The elders cursed the couple that birthed such a horrific stone genasi and vowed never to do sister and brother having a
Do you
spawn.
think he's talking about himself?
Oh.
Oh no.
A character that's not.
I mean.
No, that's not true. Like we're talking mental, like with that insight, I'll give it to you. Like it, and with the natural 20, I'll give it to you. It's like his mom and his dad were actually two different people. Like he's describing, like in the early of the tribe, they thought, oh, brother and sister having sex, and it didn't create like a cursed person like stones. As you're listening to the story, it created like kind of a maldeformed and mentally challenged individual. It's not stones, all right. I don't know. I'm describing stones, but it's not. Trust me.
You're not helping your case.
It's okay. Trust me, it's not.
My friend, it's sounding suspiciously coincidental.
I know. I started describing what happens IRL when you have a
It's not
brother and
related,
sister.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
Anyways, back on topic. Stones. Listen to me carefully. Royal families will do this, but it is only to preserve pure bloodlines. Unfortunately for my case, I break this line, apparently. Unfortunately, I have to decide between one family or another, but I know Mademoiselle's.
Erickson pipes up. He goes, wait. Your half brother is a vampire.
Uh-oh.
She gulps.
And that would make you
Half.
What is a vampire?
I will explain to you, Stones. And she'll turn to Erickson.
Well,
Erickson,
you
yeah.
see, Mr. Stones, it's kind of an awkward thing because that means that a vampire is a creature undeath, but because she is only half of one, she is mortal. She
Wait a
probably has
second.
few of the benefits from
So
being related to one, though.
you're saying a vampire is a monster, one of those creatures.
It's at this point she was looking at Erickson, and now she's looking at Stones.
You're a monster.
Pure vampires by nature are undead monstrosities who feed off of blood. I'm only half, but that still makes me half a monster.
And no,
You're not a monster. You're the nicest woman who's ever been nice to me.
Erickson, she's a monster. She's tricked you. They do that. I saw what those things in that church were. They were monsters, skeletons, zombies, and the horrific. You are the horrific. I see it now.
Stones.
I don't know why I've walked with such a monster like you this entire time and not have noticed.
Mr. Stones.
Erickson gets between you and Juliet.
She'll stop Erickson. Stones, my whole life, I've had to live with my nature. It's not easy. I hate what I am. And yes, I am a monster. Whether I try to fight it or not, in the end, I don't know if I can. But I can at least get rid of what created me. And if that means my destruction in the end, it matters not to me. My question is to you, will you allow me to at least redeem myself for the nature I was born with? And will you help me?
You know, I have an idea. I hate the half of you that is a monster, but I like the half that isn't. And I realize, with me channeling magic, becoming stronger than it, I will be able to bend magic's will. I think I can change it so you're not a monster anymore. Give me time. You will become normal.
Mr. Stones, just so you have a word of caution, that power may very well make you a monster as well.
The very same power that's made me different from my people. Is that what you're saying, Doctor?
Well, even though she is half of a monster, as we all know, her actions definitely do not add up to that of a monster. So how do you feel about monsters that don't act like monsters?
That's why I just said I like the half of the half that she's not a monster.
Stones, what do you know about goblins?
But what if she was a monster?
So goblins in my time, Duwalk, a lot of times, picked on me. They thought I was a joke out in the wilderness. I killed a couple, but they just come. They're like the fairies that fly around my head. They are always being annoying and come talk to me, be like, Rockman, why are you walking like that? Well, Rockman, why can't you just hit this tree down? They were just very pesky creatures, but
So, Stones, do you know that I'm a goblin?
you are different. You are not pesky. You are well organized and smart, and
So,
you
just like I'm different than those other goblins, Juliet is different from those other monsters.
and she's right. She is different from those other monsters. Does
But
that
that
mean
doesn't make her any less important to all of us.
Hey DM, is this argument long enough to be a short rest?
Oh my god. I was about to ask.
Could it be? I'd be down if we just roll the hit die and continue arguing.
This would legit be this is legit a discussion and I don't like it.
I like it, dude.
I mean, yeah, this is considered a short rest while you guys are sitting around just discussing everything.
Awesome. So I get
How long does aid last, Cassius?
8? That's 8 hours.
Okay.
anyways. Well, listen, everyone, while I do appreciate you trying to defend me, whether I am half or full, a monster is still a monster. And
You're
hope-
not a monster. You're half a monster. I can't kill half of you. I can only kill. I'm an all for nothing man.
Miss Juliet. It does not take fancy blood to be a monster.
Dr. Cassius, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, in my nature and the role I play with my families, you don't know the things I've done. I prefer to keep it that way. Back to the discussion. The plan I had.
Miss Juliet, I've killed a person in every town we've been in.
You have? Did you kill someone in my village?
Mr. Stones, that makes a good point. No, I did not.
I'm about to say I would have to kill you if you did that. But I said a statement earlier, Juliet, about I'm going to channel magic to become stronger. I will channel magic to make you something different. I'll
What
channel
if she
magic
doesn't
to
want to be different?
She just said she doesn't like the monster part.
Stones, while it's true I don't, it's a part of me that I have to live with.
That's not true. You can be anything. Magic has its way of doing things differently. I've been reading the Compendium of Magic. The Compendium of Magic can do rituals to change people's entire race, entire personality, everything. Magic is strong and dangerous.
Then tell me, Stones, if using magic in that way to change how you are, the way you are, and how you are.
Very thing I hate.
Does that
But
make you stronger or does it make you weaker?
Neither. In the case that I'm talking about, it is not making you either weaker or stronger. It's change of appearance. Your physicality goes along with it.
Stones, well, I do appreciate the concern for wanting to change me. I
It's
would go
either
on this way.
it's either I think about trying to help you with your problem, or I rip out that half that you hate. Because I hate it as much as you do. You weren't there in that church. There were creatures you can't even understand.
Alright, Miss Juliet. Me and Mr. Crunch here are all patched up and ready to go if you are.
Yes. We'll talk about this later, Stones. However,
Okay.
back to my plan. So, killing Lucian first, completing the scroll. This would allow us to power this machine. However, I have one purpose I want to give this contraption. I want to use this contraption to level the Mademoiselle estate to the ground. Erase all of it. That is my one request.
I am for this plan. Is there a way we can keep intact the libraries
Should
that your
we
people
visit
had?
for dinner first, or just go straight to the groundwork?
The sooner my brother dies, the better.
What skills does your brother possess?
Well, the university still has its uses. We could probably fight him in person, and then take the robot to your estate.
Given Stone's question of abilities that Lucien would have, good question. Do I know? Probably not. I don't hang around him much, I would assume.
No, you haven't hung around him much, especially in like childhood stuff, because of the whole, family
Yeah.
drama thing.
Uh-huh.
So you don't know much about him. You just know, like,
Actually,
there's stuff that you can infer.
I have a better question. Do I at least know if he's a magic user like myself?
Give me a history check.
Oh,
6. Natural 1.
natural 1 and a natural 20. Oh,
Again
yeah.
with that, but in the opposite direction.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't remember much. It's like you remember, your yearly like Christmas card sort of thing, but that's like, I mean, your yearly candlelight, uh, whatever holiday season it is.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything at all with the short amount of time I've spent with that side of my family. If anything, I can assume he has the same magical nature as I, but I'm just guessing.
So, not to say this in the wrong way,
Just say it.
he is a wimpy magic user.
I don't know how far his physical prowess goes. You may be surprised on your own.
I only wanted to ask, because if we're gonna go in, guns blazing, and he gestures to the flamethrower on his shoulder, I have to know. I have to know what I want to do for my own tactic.
Cassius looks over to Oliver and his wife and says, "Mr. Oliver, I may be well, honestly, I may be kind of a monster of a man, but I have set myself towards taking on other monsters in this world. Y'all should probably keep safe in here."
He nods.
And one other thing, he slips a like golden family signet ring off his finger. "If you're gonna be with her and stay at our estate," and he'll hand the signet ring over. Uh, the there's a desk in my office. There's a slot that this ring will slide into an indention. It should open up a wall leading down to the family vault. It's well, you'll see when you get there. It's more gold than any man deserves.
Thank you.
It is blood money, though, so careful how you spend it.
Come, Liz. Let's go to the panic room. She nods and wheels him off. Out of sight.
Okay.
Okay, Cassius do one last nice thing for them. And this is not an act of humanity, so... Okay, yeah. Probably later on at some point, I will rob my own house.
What? Did you forget you had gold in your house?
Oh yeah, Cassius, he's like loaded, but he left it all behind.
Well, why? It's you mentioned and talked about your backstory. I remember now. You just wanted to leave that behind and start fresh.
But also Megan's like, why? And then I'm just like,
Julia
story
knows.
reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all heard it out of character. That's why. Stone's kind of gives you like a look like, don't know why a man like you cares for money kind of look.
I mean, to be fair, that look is a little strange to give since he just technically gave it up.
But like
Anyways.
oh well, yeah, that's true.
It's just like he's thinking though, like weirdly that thought process is in line of like he doesn't need it.
Does Dr. Cassius have bipolar disorder?
I don't think so.
Goes from wanting money and going back to that lifestyle to nah fuck it to back to it then nah fuck it. It's almost like bipolar.
Well, a lot of shit's been happening to him recently
Oh, that's
about
true,
his personal
too.
life.
Well, it's also money is power to him,
Yep.
and you've definitely shown him that you don't need money to have power.
Oh, that's good that I've shown you something.
And especially finding the like info about the Shadow Weave out, like, oh, that's power.
That is power. We're fucking just evil villains out to get power, dude. We're almost having our spider fortress up and running.
Anyways.
It's like, if you get in our way, we'll kill you, but like that guy's being literal Hitler, so we're gonna need to deal with that.
Yeah, we're like the anti-heroes.
So,
Yeah, you're heroes inadvertently.
Yeah.
yeah. So as for confronting, essentially, a vampire.
I prefer to think of myself as a force of nature.
I think this electric maul will do just fine to kill him.
Well, I
Uh,
can make stones faster. Right before we enter, I have a keyword in mind. The moment I say the keyword, we all will have to start wailing on him.
And what is this keyword?
I do.
I object! And then I'll shout that and just kill him.
Oh shit.
That's what I'll do. I'll shout, I object, and run at him.
Given the high difference.
Well, the
wow.
idea would be to roughly have him surrounded when she starts it.
Wait, this is a wedding. Do I need to bring my tribal wedding
The moment he
tunic is at home?
the moment he starts with the wedding talk, she just
Mr. Stones,
slapping goes, "Don't even talk about that."
Mr. Stones, you should be fine as long as you bring the punch.
Bring I have a really electric wedding gift.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you just make it? You just made a.
Lastly, Miss Juliet, how do you kill a vampire?
Well, I'm only half, but. Typically, from what I remember, wouldn't stick to the heart.
You can give me a religion check.
Yes, thank you. And like taking a guess. Oh wait, I
What?
suddenly remember now.
While she's thinking about it, Stones will be like, if it's anything how to kill you, normally you just gotta hit him hard enough.
Well, 11. So I assume it's close to what I just said.
I
Wouldn't
mean,
stick to the
that
heart.
is one way. Basically, you would have to destroy the vampire in mist form using some sort of sunlight, typically, or try to like re-kill him in his coffin or destroy the coffin. Because if he doesn't return to his coffin in a certain amount of time, he will cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
The coffin is the key.
The coffin is the key.
So
Be pure sunlight.
So if we beat him here, he'll be forced back to the estate in some manner. And
Which means-
as soon as he gets there, he'll warn them that we're coming.
But in order to get the parchment from him, we're gonna have to initially defeat him anyways. It'll give us time to beat him to the estate.
How do you know he has the parchment on him?
Let's just say he told me he has it and will only give it to me by hand in marriage. But you already know I'm not doing
How he will technically be married once you say I do and he hands you the parchment.
it. Don't.
Till death do they part.
Quite so, Dr. Cassius.
If you are going to threaten me, you know how that works out, Juliet.
Oliver and her have left to the panic room, right?
Yes, yes, they have.
Once you're married, you could sacrifice him to a demon like I did my wife.
He's just fucking... Stones is like...
It's at this.
What?
Wait, how does that work? You did what?
I know you were twisted, Cassius, but. Ugh.
Not gonna lie, Dr. Cassius is giving me some Full Metal Alchemist vibes, though. Literally.
I can see why you thought, like, now that I've had a moment to think about why you thought the, like, oh, maybe bipolar thing, but, like, he's only acting a tad kinder because the, like, daughter was anywhere in his vicinity, and he's like, I have ruined this girl's life. Let me just go to at least never see her again.
Bipolar probably is more of the short term of what I'm thinking Dr. Cassius is. There's a term out there because you went and shifted a lot in your life of like gotten really greedy on money to just dropped it, to gotten really greedy on money to just drop it, and other things like that nature. That sense of like a deadly sin rising in you.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
That's
intermission.
cool. And I was just like, I don't know, like, I get what Shoshi's doing with this character. I love it. I'm just like thinking, is it like bipolar? Is it like something else? It seems more long term than bipolar. Bipolar is very like quick and short.
Okay, I just want to say real quick while DM is gone. So my ideas right before we enter the room: haste on stones, and then when I say I do, I can fireball. The rest of you, I don't know if you have better ideas.
Guess what my idea is? Smack
You can
him
do
until
it
he's
because
dead.
I can't haste until next level.
I can. And that's why.
Maybe maybe I get lucky and get an 8 and I can shoot radiant light at him.
That would be clutch. Just
That's
when
a
he-
1 in 8 chance.
When he turns misty and you get to do that, that would be clutch.
I
Would
You could flat out just like if he gets that, then boom, done, he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
but if he does not, we just have to accept that this is just a fight, and we will finish him later.
Yeah.
Duak,
would
what's your plan, Duak?
So I'm not really sure. Like, I think because like everything that a vampire is like I am not equipped at all to fight, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean,
everything. I have no like sunlight abilities. I have the opposite actually.
we would literally, it's if we can't actually kill him now, it would basically be a incapacitate him, grab the parchment, power up the machine, go to the estate, wreck it, and then we have to finish them. That gives us time to prep along the way.
Why does Oliver need the parchment to power the spider? It seemed like when we were fucking around with the piano, he could just power it on.
Essentially, imagine it will work on its own. However, for it to have its destructive power, it needs to have that source.
Well, but
Oh.
I would also like think he can power it probably for just a little while by playing the piano, but not like to the point. Like he needs like a longer battery.
Even if you can, without like maybe there's like a little power to the station or something, but it's not moving without it.
This is also true.
I love how the final parchment creates basically like a supernova bomb that we're just gonna casually have in this giant mechanical spider and walk around the
I'm
Earth
gonna
with.
bathroom real quick.
Okay.
But as far as killing the vampire goes, like I don't have a solid plan to stop him from turning into the mist or whatever and going back.
Again, it would be down to do we get the 1 out of 8 chance? If we do, fantastic. If we don't, we incapacitate him, and then it's a race to the estate.
How far away is the estate from here?
No clue. That's up to the DM.
We're in your hometown, you would know.
Technically not my hometown. Again, this is all based on where the DM has put things, because the Ravensteins are in one place, the Mademoiselles are in another, and I don't know if the academy is close by or if it's put. So
I didn't know that actually. I was like,
I kind of left that up. I left a lot up to Snake, so it's
Snake.
independent.
I know we're in
But
your backstory area. I'm just thinking the 2 houses were like within the same block
Well,
or something.
If he's in his mist form during the daytime, I mean, I know it's dark here, but he can't go back to his coffin like through sunlight, correct?
I'm back.
Hey,
So if we kill him, and outside of this area where the darkness is, he would not be able to travel very far.
I was about to say it probably follows him. The moment he got here, it just appeared. It probably follows him like
The coffin?
The darkness above.
Oh.
He's
It's like
literally
it's-
in darkness.
It's not okay. So it's not something that he just cast on an area. Like if he turns into mist, it would follow the mist to wherever he goes, possibly.
That's my assumption.
Holy
Okay.
shit! Out of character, this guy feels super fucking strong. He can just create shadow and darkness. Basically,
Well,
like
it's not It's not it's not
Funny.
a darkness spell because we can still see in it with dark vision.
Yeah.
Clogs
But
up. Here's the funny part.
it's basically a sun blocking spell is what I get from it.
That's still strong.
I mean, you've seen what Juliet
Well,
can do,
yeah.
and she's only half of what he is.
I'm thinking he's weaker. Excuse me, stronger. I'm just saying. I don't know.
You think skeletons and
What if he has
vampires
what if
brittle?
he's not actually that strong, but it's a magical object that's creating that for him?
Wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it at all.
Do you think I could sneak into his quarters and steal the parchment?
To be honest, I feel like we should do that instead of confronting him at all. Just hang him on the altar.
I don't. I don't know. I thought about that. I don't want to take that chance.
Why not?
I don't know. I'd rather not.
I don't think
I mean, worst
Milwaukee
case, he only
instantly
kills
dies.
me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think
And then turns me into a vampire, and then you guys have to fight a ninja vampire. I mean,
Yeah, let's not.
I don't think he'll kill you. I don't think he could kill you in one shot, and I really favor almost this idea of you just going and stealing the parchment. It'd be an interesting idea. You're pretty stealthy. You're supposed to be practicing to be like within the shadows, basically, so no one sees you. And here's your moment to shine.
Tell you what. I
feel like I probably could do it.
You could. I believe it.
Tell you what, I roll a 1d2. 1, we go with the original plan. 2, we let the ninja.
Why don't we have to roll it on a fucking coin flip? Why don't we just agree on him trying the sneak idea?
Come on, how many RNGesus moments have we had? One more.
So many. Why don't we just settle on a plan? I don't want to leave it up to a coin flip.
Let's wait for Cassius
Yeah.
to get back and see if
Yeah.
he
Fine, we'll wait for Jyoti.
if basically he agrees with you,
It's a tie.
Juliet,
Vote.
then it's a tie, and then we could do a coin flip.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in favor of the idea because Duwak character is really fucking good at hiding.
Yeah, but I fucked up last session.
What if I just come with you and just like we sneak in? Because stones could be stealthy.
I'm back.
Okay, so we have ideas. We either A, go in guns blazing, or B, we let Duwak try to steal the piece of parchment. How do you favor?
We let him try to steal it.
Well, that's 3 against 1.
Okay, that's 3 against 1. Okay.
Okay.
Now the question is, how are you gonna find it?
Well, we could probably just ask. So he just got here, but does he have his own personal quarters here?
Second floor, Dean's office.
Okay.
That's an office, not a bedroom, though.
It might be on his person.
It probably is, because it sounds really important. Which means I might have to wait until he's slumbering.
Good luck with that.
Turns not like he's clearly some kind of level of Lord of Vampire because the sun goes out.
Right. So he
doesn't
may
need
not sleep
to.
as long as the darkness is around.
It would literally have to be like you need to actually just steal on him, off of him.
Yeah.
If you're a monk, so you can be fast about it, but if we get to the front of the administration building, I can slap invisibility on you for an hour.
Oh, thank God, because I can't do that anymore.
Well, I can also do pass without trace on myself.
I know you can't invisibility him, but is there any other way you can buff him?
I can give him haste to give him better speed.
And an extra action, including an extra item interaction, so that's huge.
But haste only lasts a minute, right?
You have a minute.
And then
But you can hella go.
but I am basically stunned for 6 seconds after.
Which is fine, because as long as you don't make an attack, you'll be invisible.
That's true. How long does invisibility last?
Like an hour.
An hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you pickpocketing someone wouldn't break invisibility.
And you have those sick ass gloves.
I also have pass without trace
Oh my
that I
God.
can use as well.
Technically, if this guy doesn't have any true sight, we don't know any of that. You could honestly keep just following around for fucking an hour and try to steal shit off
shit.
of him.
True
Even
sight.
If
He is a vampire
has,
lord.
Even if
He
he
might
has
have
something
it.
like that, if you're badass at stealth, you're badass at stealth.
True. Yeah.
True.
So like, if I pass without trace myself, and I'm invisible, and I have the gloves, and I have haste, there's a lot of things that are helping me out there.
You're like the invisible bullet. Jesus, you'd be fast and taken out.
Perfect idea. So we go with the initial plan that Dwok, under all these, buffs and circumstances, can do it. But just in case anything goes awry, we should go with the original plan. The rest of us will walk in and say, we have made a decision, and we can basically,
Go
Julia
with the wedding scene.
stall,
Uh,
we can stall for time before I say the key words.
Do we have? We don't have any sort
Cassius-
of telepathy or anything, do we?
Cassius
No.
reaches to the bottom of his foot and pulls some kind of black layer off the bottom of his shoes. Mr. Dwok, I'll want these back when you come back from this, but here, put these on the bottom of your shoes. Boots of Elvenkind, I know you'll already have advantage on the stealth, but the important part is that your steps will make no sound regardless of what surface you move across.
Beast.
So you'll
That's
have
fucking
super
sick.
stealth, invisibility, haste, and you will make no sound without needing silence.
Oh, we are making the ultimate thief.
Duwak has all the tools at his ready. I actually want to play out him stealing.
We cannot give you any better chance than this.
So the plan, basically the rest of us walk in, we talk and stall, and if it goes awry, we go with the original plan. However, we go with Dwok trying to steal this crap.
Yep, that's true.
Does
that is the plan.
Dwarf have a crowbar?
Yes.
Actually, no, I lost it.
Okay, I'll lend you my crowbar.
Okay.
Just because you never know if you'll need it.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. I like it.
Okay. So first, let's go before we start casting any spells on anybody.
We need to get to the front.
Get to the front of the building and then just load you up. But I go ahead and put the Boots of Elvenkind on you.
Yeah,
your
those
steps make no noise.
those don't have a cooldown, right? Like so.
No.
It's infinite and there's no attunement. You just have them.
Mhm.
So get to the front of the building. The long duration spells go, and then I can subtle spell the haste onto you when we get to the door. Like his door, and then that will give you the longest amount of time with haste.
Now we get to find out that Oliver is actually in for the plan, and he's super evil
Oh
as well.
my god. He starts wheeling over.
We were talking about this in front of Oliver. God damn it.
he's in the panic
I already
room.
know he's gone.
He does know that we want to deal with Lucius because Lucius is basically Hitler, but he may be okay with that.
I had a quick glance. They seemed not too happy about their situation, though.
Because we're here.
Well, that's true.
Took the man's legs.
Took his goddamn legs. I actually feel like we should have more downtime cut for you to create 2 legs for the fucking guy.
Okay, so
I mean,
Pass Without Trace does have verbal components.
You just cast that first.
It lasts a long fucking time.
It lasts for 1 hour, so it could be the same as the invisibility.
Okay.
It is concentration, so if I lose concentration on it, then it goes away.
But the important thing about the Boots of Elvenkind is if there's a wet floor for some reason, you still make no noise.
Right.
You got this, Duwak. No pressure. All on you. we all continue with the wedding while you just pickpocket this parchment off of him, and then we go about our merry way.
And last thing as well, I think I will do invisibility on you last because if okay, you'll already get advantage on the stealth before the invisibility from the Boots of Elvenkind. So if I do the invisibility on you last, I can Flash of Genius your stealth.
True.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
I
so
think we got the plan, DM.
Okay.
there is one thing I want to check before we start marching.
Okay.
I'm checking my bag. Do I still have the damn scroll?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
And it has been like pulsating.
This is fine. Wait.
Do we want to give him the container so he can follow the glow?
I don't want to take that risk.
Don't take that risk.
Okay,
Hold on.
You got it.
However,
Yeah, if
while we're
I
in-
did that, it would kind of possibly break my stealth because the glow, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean-
why we're saying don't do it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
If you recall, one other time you used invisibility, the objects you grabbed while you were invisible, after you cast it, of course, were still visible.
Right.
oh, that's true.
But
Because
if
it was
I'm,
fun.
but also if I'm invisible and I'm supposed to be looking at something that's going to help guide me towards something, and that
Look,
thing
if
is
you
invisible,
get that, you're a monk. If you get that, jump through a fucking window.
Mhm.
I will say, however, while we're still in the contraption before we go marching, since I checked and it's pulsating, is it pulsating faster than it was in the office?
You didn't check.
Oh, that's right. I did. Okay, recorrection. How frequent is it in the contraption?
Vroom.
Like,
Vroom.
okay,
Vroom.
okay, never mind. That my suspicion is gone. All right, so plan going through with it. March to the front of the building. Do the things.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's
So-
do it.
Go to the
Okay.
front of the building. Do all that. Start walking up. The
Okay,
moment we
so-
get to his door, like his actual like Dean's office door, I will do haste then and subtle it so I don't,
And I will Flash of Genius his stealth into invisibility. So, Dwalk roll stealth advantage.
Okay.
Might as well do pass without a trace too, Duak, so you don't accidentally cast a spell losing invisibility.
Oh, I'm sure he's already done it when we were at the front.
That's fair.
Okay.
Insano stealth,
so-
Duak.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
yeah.
gonna have whatever your stealth is plus 15.
So pass without trace,
Yep.
casting it. The haste doesn't give you stealth bonuses, does it?
No.
No, you just move hella fast.
Quick.
Also,
you get extra action.
normally when you stealth, you move at half speed, so you're going at full speed stealth.
Yeah, you're going full monk speed.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
And
I-
you can triple dash.
this is true.
What's
Yeah,
your st-
but-
what?
If I'm stealthing, I don't want to dash.
Yeah.
Well, if you triple,
Actually,
I don't know if you can stack that at the same time.
I don't think so.
Triple dash stealth. At
Yeah,
half,
because the way I always look at
Stupid.
dashing is like an actual.
Well,
sprint.
rogues.
It sounds stupid just
Rogue-
saying it.
Rogues can triple dash, really. Actually, not triple dash. There's just double dash.
But triple dashing stealth, it sounds dumb.
Yeah, it does.
Without further ado,
To walk.
begin.
Okay.
When all that's through, open the door, start
Okay.
walking in. Is he in there?
Okay. Yeah, he is in there. He is writing some. He's at his desk. He's sitting down and he is writing on a piece of parchment.
I'm invisible, right? You already cast that on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to roll stealth so I can
Yeah.
Flash of Genius it.
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Because like if you stealth in front of us, we can see you because you're stealthing in front of us.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a 45
45.
stealth.
Oh
Holy
no!
shit.
Oh. Okay.
Your
You-
god can't see you.
Oh man, dude.
Oh
You,
man.
yeah, even if that 14 went through instead of the 30, like it still would have been insane.
I would have to bring out the epic level handbook from 3.5 to figure out the effect.
Oh my god. Well, why are we just bringing this 3.5 just to light so fucking much? Jesus.
So, and I potentially could have gotten a 46 there instead of a 45.
Yeah,
Okay,
technically.
So 45. Okay. So yeah.
Anyway,
Lucian looks up and says, "Oh, hello. Have you made your decision? I see you brought your friends."
yes, since of course I had to make the decision with them. Although I do have an interesting question, given the monstrous contraption you will be using for your goals.
Oh yes, I heard about what happened just about an hour ago. You are rather loud, and I hope you haven't damaged my property, because newlyweds that damage each other's property doesn't make very good relationships.
While I can't agree with you that much, I can say the big one is still fully intact.
Oh, that is wonderful.
The two smaller ones, however, I apologize.
That ruckus, Mister, that was my fault. The Mr. Oliver who seems to work for you on building that machine, I was the one that cracked his legs.
He has like 4 pockets in his jacket, which he is
Oh.
wearing.
While we're all discussing, I just want to look at this fucking guy and just say it to his face, I fucking hate you. I want
Like,
you dead.
oh, well, aren't you a very astute individual?
I am smart. Do not challenge me on my intellect. I worked hard for that.
I'm sure you have. Have you ate any good books lately?
It's actually a fascinating conundrum. He can cast magic.
Oh.
Yes, I can. He sits
Takes him
down.
about 10 minutes though.
Sits down and he actually takes his ritual book out and like not slams it on the ground, but like takes it out and like shows it, not really shoving it in his face, but like, yeah, I can cast magic, you fucking bastard.
Okay. Duak, which one are you going after? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'm gonna say 1.
Okay. He continues. He goes. He actually stands up a little bit, leans over to see what you're doing, and he goes, "Huh. Even a first-year student at his academy can do what you can do."
You're right, but my good sir, I'm sure not all of your first year students can bench press your robots.
With ease.
27. I'm looking at my D4 right now. I got it in 1
Wow, he got it on the first try.
on the first try.
What? Oh, nice.
Yes!
Yes.
Okay, so I pull the parchment out.
Yeah, you pull the parchment out. He goes,
It is not invisible, right?
It is not invisible,
No.
but he is.
If I put it in-
he is distracted right now.
If I put it in my pocket, does it?
It is invisible.
Does it become invisible? Like, does it
Yes,
get
it will
covered by
become.
my invisibility?
It will, because it
You
is.
want
It's a.
fucking Chad? Sleight of hand that into somebody's shoe.
Fuck yeah.
He goes. You should see some of my students. Personally, the quarterback of the football team, he could bench press probably 2.
No, they can't. I've
Anyways,
confronted your quarterbacks, your so-called strong men in this academy. They are no stronger than my children in my village.
So
A
before I
full
pocket it,
adult man is stronger than
yeah.
most.
Before
while Stones is talking, I hold it up to and I wave it around to show everybody.
oh my god.
But not, like I'm doing it behind
His
behind
back.
him. Yeah. And I'm like clearly like you can't see the expression on my face, but if you could, it would be like, I got it, guys. Look.
While he's waving around, I will do a perception. Does it look similar to the rest?
Make a perception check.
Can I? You know what I'm gonna do, real quick?
8.
I'm gonna-
With an 8, it looks like a piece of parchment.
Okay, that's fine.
Just like out of this moment, like meta game, like what we were saying earlier, just to be like 1,000% correct. Once we had it, the goal was to leave, not to like
Yeah.
take him on, right?
Not to fuck anything with him. Nope.
You guys probably did tell Dewalk that, yes.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
did.
we discussed this.
Now Dewalk wants to look around the room and see if there's anything valuable he can pocket.
Do I get with my magic awareness looking at that parchment? Does it bleed off that magic?
Yeah, it
imagine
does.
it's like- I imagine there's like a bagel on a table nearby. We just see it float up into the air, and a bite comes out.
You know, imagining the scene is it's like Quicksilver just walking around doing his shit while just we're having a moment of conversation. Just like time stopped a little bit. Dwalk's just kind of doing his thing because nothing fucking matters. He got what he needed. We got an hour to play.
Anyways, Mr.
Stones.
Whatever your name is. It's not really
You know
all
what?
that important. Miss Juliet. Do you have an answer for a proposal?
I do. Although I had a question if you would wish to answer this contraption with the destruction it can bring. What exactly do you plan to do with it afterwards, I wonder? She gives a smile.
Duwak, he is wearing slip-ons.
Dang it. Oh, but he stood up from his chair, right?
Yeah.
Casters so would do that.
In fact, they're penny loafers. Suck it.
They're penny loafers.
Is there anything pointy in the room that I could put into his chair?
Can you not?
Yeah, there's like...
Oh, actually, I have something. I have a dart.
Okay.
I have 9
Those
darts.
things are not as short as you would think.
I mean, on
Oh,
one side,
they're not?
on the other side, like, what the hell?
They're like the palm of your hand, you know, the length of your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Can I...
To
No.
give you length, those things are metal needles 6 inches long.
I'm thinking like you're gonna tack it on his chair or something. You're gonna notice a fucking dart when he sits down.
He will when it goes 4 inches deep.
Jesus Christ! Ow!
Okay. Alright, I want to take... Like, are there any, like, small trinkets or anything like that he just has, like, on a countertop or a desktop or something?
Oh yeah, tons. There's like little minion figurines about like 1 inch high.
Like we just see shit floating down from the shelves.
And there's like bookends. There's like a little obelisk thing that's like about 6 inches tall. There is like...
Okay, can I do...
There's actually a little figurine of a spider.
Can I do maybe just a... I don't know, an insight or an investigation to determine what I think is the most valuable?
Be careful that you're not just grabbing for valuable things and you accidentally, like, pull a thing that opens a secret door. Because he'll be like...
No,
would be awesome.
that'd be funny though.
So, okay, yeah, sure. Do investigation.
Oh!
Everything
is
looks
a-
valuable.
This is a
So,
sign.
I'm gonna
Don't-
take the obelisk.
This is a sign. Just quit while you're ahead. Stop.
Okay.
No, this is a sign of his compulsive disorder to steal.
Okay,
Everything
true.
looks valuable.
No, true.
Okay,
true.
okay. So I need you to do a sleight of hand check on the obelisk. That's on his desk. Okay.
26, nice.
He continues. Anyway. So should we have a reason to celebrate then?
I honestly did not hear his answer about what he would do with the machine.
Oh,
Afterwards.
sorry. I get so distracted sometimes. What I intend to do with the contraption after I rearrange the missed form of my real sister?
Oh, he says real sister. She's gonna twitch. Like actually, like full on twist and like twist her neck and shiver. You know, for wanting to get married, that does pain me. You know.
Oh. I'll get to that in a sec. He goes, oh. Well, don't mind much, because, of course, once we are together, you are gonna be with me, and I am gonna take every opportunity to protect you from the outside world and all the dangers that go along with it. Of course, you can be your own woman and all that stuff. I have no problem with that. But, you know, you gotta keep up appearances and yada yada yada. And basically, any other opposition to the Mademoiselles will be swift and painful, of course. You do respect that, don't you?
Given it is the same as I've had to do with the Ravensteins, this is nothing new to me.
Of course. So, do we have a reason to celebrate then?
Perhaps celebrate after the deeds have been done, and we can relax.
But I am such in a good mood.
She raises an eyebrow. You in a good mood. You
Come.
do celebrate quite early before your work's even done, don't you?
Oh, I am just anticipating a grand victory. That's all. Would you join me for dinner? I'm sure your friends are quite peckish.
Actually, at this point, she'll actually do this. Let me drop a point.
That's a 14.
Okay. I was like, oh shit.
I saw the nat 20.
Yeah, I know. Because this sheet, I haven't done
Yeah,
anything with it.
Whew. So yeah, we're gonna actually we're gonna settle a message into Lucian's mind just so no one else gets the hint. I will be honest with you. If it is for dinner, perhaps just the two of us. Let's just say traveling with them, it's quite exhausting.
He kind of mouths something and as a reply, and you do hear it because that's how message works. He goes, I think that would be wonderful. The door to the room is currently shut.
Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna go stand by the door As soon as I get behind Cassius, I'm gonna just tug on his shirt or coat, whatever he's wearing.
Okay.
Just like 2 small tugs.
Just as you do that, your haste does wear off
Okay.
because there's been like a minute of conversation.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay, it's not a proper stun. You just can't do anything on the turn that
Yeah,
happens,
I know.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because that means that you wouldn't have advantage to swing at him, right?
Not on this turn.
Okay, so it would be
but
for
that
disadvantage.
6 seconds later in non-combat situations, whatever.
Yeah, and then I don't lose concentration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
I just want to go through all the motions.
3 off of this. Okay, good. Cassius swats behind him like a bug messed with him.
So given where we're at this point, she'll lean a bit more over the desk. So then it's done. So what exactly do you plan for food?
Oh, we can dine in the main hall, just the 2 of us.
Ah. Yes, that does seem pleasant. Gives us time to catch up, actually.
Yes, I do look forward to it. Dinner should be around in a few hours.
Few hours.
Be sure
Very well.
you're not late. I can have one of my servants come and summon you. Do you have quarters here? I can always arrange that too.
Could you?
Of course. He rolls his chair over to like one of the sides where there's like some pipes and stuff. He opens up one of the lids and he goes, "Excuse me, can you arrange some quarters for my bride-to-be and her friends?"
So, Lucius,
Lucien.
Lucian, my apologies. Dr.
bag is
Cassius
what it is.
Worthall, while we are your bride-to-be's compatriots, once she is with you, we would not currently serve a purpose as she would not be venturing or traveling, but you would possibly be surprised to know that our morals are not the strongest. We would definitely have our own purpose within your establishment.
Are you suggesting a business proposition?
There are definitely fascinating concepts I've thought of. You may be able to hear more about it from your professor over the... I don't remember the exact term you used for it, but
I never gave him a name, so
No, he wasn't a name. It was like the subject he taught was
Yeah.
the study of measuring magic or some
something
weird
like
shit.
that.
Yeah.
It's an advanced course.
Yeah. The extra nerds take it.
Oh yes, Professor Layton. Yes. He is quite puzzling sometimes, but I keep him in my employ because he does a good job and fails most of the class every term, so they have to retake his course again.
Another thing, and this is quite separate from that, I was originally asked by Miss Juliet here to find a kind of derivative of the liquids you need to suffice yourself. It would take quite some time, but as you can see, I have time to spare. and the idea would be to eventually find a full replacement for what is needed
Oh.
to sustain you.
Oh, you mean blood?
Yes, the idea
Yeah.
would be to find some kind of replacement that is more suitable for public appearances.
I do appreciate your research, and go on by all means, continue on your research. But for myself and my immediate family, we also enjoy the chase, as well as the nourishment.
Very well. I am also well versed in the creations of weapons of war.
Then you would have to also be out my engineer, my chief engineer, Mr. Oliver Sinclair.
Oh boy.
Cassius will just give him a gentlemanly bow with a tip of the hat and end it there.
Okay. Let's see. Pipe
Doesn't
or
want to-
tobacco?
Doesn't want to drag it on when he's looking forward to a moment with his bride to be.
Sure. Let's see. There is a pipe with a box right next to it on his desk.
Yeah, he just took it out, didn't he?
Were
you describing that? I thought.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I willed it into existence.
Gotcha.
Are you gonna take his pipe too?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Swear to God.
It's
It's a
Like-
long pipe.
I don't know
no.
if you watched the season of Critical Role where Taliesin was playing Caduceus, but imagine a tobacco pipe that works like the skull flute, where like every time you take a puff of it, you hear the screams of the dead.
That's funny.
Yeah, the bone.
Oh
flute.
no.
Yeah.
He was like, yes, do make yourself up for dinner. And he reaches over for the pipe and notices that it's not there anymore. It's like, what the devil? Could have sworn that was just here.
Looks over. What is it?
Oh,
You losing your mind, old man. You're starting to forget where things are.
don't tempt me.
Oh, I do. I am not afraid of you. You
Because
cannot manipulate me.
If I felt like it, I could cut you down. Stone by stone by stone. And then blast you apart.
That's actually a third investigation I'm on, trying to understand how his creation came to be as it is. Because other Genasi are not as far along as him.
You see,
It's probably some inbred stipulation.
I've
Anyway.
heard worse things from better people. You are worse, and that's the best you can come up with. Cut me down, stone by stone.
Let me tell you about my sword.
Please, let's not.
This sword took the lives of several hundred just so it could be made.
What kind of sword does he have, or is he showing? Do
It's a rapier, but it's like blood
Oh.
red.
It has such a thin blade. You sure that can take down hundreds of people?
It took hundreds of people to create it. You see, there's a certain amount of iron in blood. Distill it enough, and you can get pure iron from a person. Kill enough people, you could fashion a weapon. I believe this one took About 350. I do believe.
He just slides the sword from the sword cane up just a bit, and then sheaths it back. I'm something of a connoisseur of swords myself. Mr. Lucian, would you mind if I take a look?
You may take a look with your eyes, but not with your hands.
Is it on display
Fantastic,
or
because
on
I
It's
his
don't
it's
body?
on
since
him.
I'm just bone.
So it's on him to answer Track's question. Okay.
Okay, he's wearing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is wearing it. And he takes it out. It is a blood red sword. And he is holding it.
I just take my maul and put it in front of me and like kind of use it like I'm as like a crutch. Like I put my two hands on it and have the I'm not really using it as a crutch. That's the wrong word for it. I put both my hands on it and like stand in front of it.
Yes, that is quite impressive. You see, a weapon like this takes very good precision and skill to use. It doesn't look like much, but in the right hands, it could be very deadly.
I still think, even with your story about a sword eventually turning to iron, you and your people, you're a monster.
Your blade is truly a work of art.
Thank you. I am
Expresses
glad that
power
some.
that
I,
only old money can show.
I do appreciate that some people in this room can appreciate it. He she's it back.
Yes, well, before a blood feud is started, I still have a wedding. Please do not try to upset my fiance. Anyways, I suppose we will go back to our quarters and I will get ready.
Well, of course. But of course, the wedding reception can wait. I just want to celebrate personally with you.
I see.
Very personally.
DM, I just had a thought
Mhm.
while standing here invisibly. I put on my glasses.
Roll a D100.
So, you are a gentleman. I don't expect you to consummate your marriage until it happens.
Oh wow. Okay, so you have detect necromancy going on right now.
So
Okay.
that's actually a really good one.
So
Bing,
yeah,
bing, bing,
I imagine
bing,
the
bing.
vampires lighting up.
yeah. So both vampires are lighting up.
Imagine Cassius is lighting up.
Cassius is lighting up.
Yo, we're not
Anything else in the room?
Swear to God.
If his DM starts saying stones, I have to really question my character now.
I mean, maybe the sword, because it's all fucking death based.
I mean, technically speaking, yes, because it's not necrotic in nature, but it's using dead people pretty much.
Interesting.
So you can say that.
It has a hue.
It's not as strong as, say, Lucian himself or Juliet herself.
Okay.
But now I'm curious. So, stones? Stones?
No, I just said that it's a fucking joke.
I got curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by the door, but I am very much focused on that sword.
Okay.
Well, after
If he puts the sword down for like,
He's not going to put it down. You would have to take it out of the sheath
Yeah.
from him.
good
You would.
fucking luck.
Good luck.
Even with all your bullshit, good luck.
Yeah,
would
that's
have-
gonna be harder than pickpocketing. I imagine.
Yeah, that would be harder than pickpocketing. He would have advantage on perception because it's physically
Yes.
on him, and it's large compared to a scroll.
That would literally be the definition of doing the. Oh no!
That's Dwok.
That's the
Wow.
equivalent of I'm taking his pants.
If he
Yeah.
if he shees it again, Dwok is gonna go over there and try to take it.
Wow.
Okay, so he did sheath it again. So you're gonna try to.
I am
it.
saying, while Dwok is doing this without me knowing, I am.
What's the one where you have to have stuff,
I'm not
kleptomania or something like that? Or
Yes,
is I
yes.
just totally wrong?
That was kleptomania. Is that? That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, curtsy bow after my reply of quite. I'm turning and leaving. I am opening the door. Well, it's getting late for you too. We should probably rest. And
Okay,
Oh,
this is.
Wow. There's no
motherfucker.
fucking way.
No fucking way.
You're fucking joking. Wow.
Okay, but here's the thing. How long is this sword?
It's a rapier.
It's a
It's a
rapier. So
rapier.
we're
It's like
talking
the
like,
size of-
it's the size of you.
Yeah.
So once
So
you
once
get-
I have it in my hand, I literally can't
It's-
hide it anywhere.
It's floating.
I can't. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh shit, where am I gonna put this?
Do I see this floating rapier as like
Make
the
a perception
newlyweds
check.
as these newlyweds are walking away?
Well, he's not walking away, but make a perception check.
It's just our
So
party.
15.
walking.
I would say yes.
Okay, Dwok, realizing he has nowhere to put it, tries to put it back.
Can I like
Oh my god.
DM
No, fucking
you
Wait,
could
wait.
try and slip it out the window or something, and
Sleight of hand check to put it back.
Motherfucker. I swear to
Oh
God.
God,
Oh
He's
my
actually
fucking
putting
god. Why you put it back?
Just take off with it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too bad. You put it back. He doesn't seem to notice.
Did I notice him start putting it back?
Yeah.
a really fucking long time. Is there anything else from him that you want to steal?
No, I'm gonna get the
Good.
fuck out.
I wanted to try to intercept him from putting it back if I could, DM.
Oh man, I don't know. If you
No, he put it back. Sorry.
damn.
It's kind of.
Uh,
You're really pushing it.
You can see his 45.
could.
No, I can't see him, but I can see this floating fucking object.
Yeah, so the floating object just floated a little bit and then floated back to him.
Oh, it's a
Weird.
magic sword.
It must be. It must be a dancing sword.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
That's hilarious, Duwak. That is so funny.
I actually knew that was gonna happen when I stole it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be too big for me to store, so I'm gonna have to do something with it.
You should have just, like,
You literally could have hit
hand
him,
it
turn yourself-
off.
Turn your
You
back to him and just side pan with it.
You
You
could've
taller
ta-
you,
you-
you could have gone away with it.
You should have taken his old weapon, stabbed him with it, and then, like, initiated something.
See, okay, look, if I turned my back to him, you would still see it floating because you would see through me holding it on the opposite side of me.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
Oh.
leaving his office. We're leaving his office this time.
Let's leave it. Let's leave his office. We have what we came for.
You
We're
okay?
gonna
So
push our luck.
you leave his
Yes,
office.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And go wherever our quarters are, I guess.
Okay. There is a servant who shows you your quarters.
Awesome.
Knows when he gets into
I
his
pickpocket the
quarters.
servant.
Miss Juliet, he's gonna check his pockets by the time he has dinner with you.
Okay. Okay. Let me roll.
Why are you so good at fucking pickpocketing? What the fuck?
He has
Gloves
a
of
magic
thievery.
item.
Oh.
I was gonna say you are talking to the.
You don't notice. Okay, so servant doesn't notice, and you manage to get a whole.
Oh.
Wow. You get 11 silver pieces from the servant.
Wow. A whole
Jesus. A whole gold piece down.
I put it back and put another gold piece in because I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he goes. Here you go. Here's your here is your quarters, my dear.
Thank you.
It's actually a very nice room.
Awesome.
It's got like velvet things. It's got like the little curtain thing on the bed thing. So you know.
I should have changed names to Crunch, but that was Crunch's perception to see that go down, which apparently he did. And then as the servant go by, he wants to mimic what Dwalk did because he's mischievous.
Little Crunch.
Oh,
No.
It's the servant, for God's sake. What is he gonna do? Get mad?
Servant.
This like little
feels...
2-foot robot has like its stretchy arm in her pocket. She looks down at him and he doesn't take his hand out.
What are you doing?
Julia will turn back.
Like, is making eye contact with her, pulls a piece of gold out.
The same piece that I just put back in.
Yeah.
Cash.
Hey,
Yes.
give that back.
As we get into our individual rooms, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Stones is so fucking mad. Are the walls in this room made of stone or wood?
Wood.
I punch as hard as I can into one of the wood walls, like at least like 5 times over. Like
Okay.
I'm just, like he's so fucking mad at this guy.
Okay.
Oh, it was a natural 20 there.
Nope. No, it's not a natural 20. You know, you punch the wall. The wall winces his pain.
I had 3D dice on. It was rolling and it almost teetered on a natural 20. But then I was like, yeah, I punched like really hard into the wooden wall and just
Yeah, you punch the wall.
fucking just get into bed.
Okay.
So, I assume in the quarters, once the door is closed, she'll immediately turn to Cassius. That is why we are getting out of here. Now, where is Juwok? Shh. You can't tell if she's just very. What's the word? Very
He's looking
anxious
down
or
at
very
Crunch.
pissed.
He's looking down at Crunch. Miss Julia, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this boy. He's getting so mischievous.
She just shakes her head and just walks further into the room. Dwalk.
I tap her on her shoulder. But
you are
That's
short
kind of
now.
hard to do.
oh, you're right. I pull her dress on one side, but then quickly run to the other side of her.
Looks over at Cassius. Cassius.
And
Well,
then I like
Yes,
start picking
Miss
stuff up
Julia?
in the room and making it float.
wait, did you drop the spell?
You can't see me.
Oh,
You keep hearing the voice come from different parts of the room.
Yeah, the
I
voice
didn't
is
hear
over.
you ask me to drop the spell,
I
but
asked
I
you to-
just pictured him thinking he's invisible.
Oh, so you do? So you did drop the spell?
I haven't yet, but like,
Oh, yeah.
That's
Go
funny.
Y'all can't see me.
I'm invisible. Ooh.
Is it
I'm
Dwalk or is it a ghost?
After about 30 seconds, you can tell she's getting very pissed.
I pull the sheets off the bed and put it over me, like a ghost.
Do I
Ooh.
wait, now see Dwalk in a sheet?
you have a visible creature to aim a fireball at.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm going to attempt to throttle him against the wall.
Ah!
As you go to throttle him, you feel a hand in your pocket.
So I guess one hand I'm throttling Dwalk into the wall, and the other one I'm looking down and
It's
swatting Crunch.
Ah! Ow! Jeez! Right, I'm just messing around.
I don't have time for these games, Dwalk. Now tell me, you got the parchment?
I reach into like my inner like chest pocket and I pull it out and I'm like, it's right here.
I snatch it and drop him.
I let her snatch it.
Are we leaving? What's going on? Are we sleeping here?
The moment
Crunch
it,
owns
so,
a gold piece.
so snatch it, drop Dwalk, grab the scroll case, I yank it out and just try and put it together.
Okay, you do so. And the final piece does go into the scroll.
So it's complete.
It is complete.
Her going like
Okay,
the moment
so-
it okay, yeah,
So, a couple things happen. So, I get to tell you about the last part of the spell.
yeah.
Ooh.
She was gonna snap to Erickson, and go, Erickson.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, it says here that after. Oh, excuse me. I got a wrong accent. I'm sorry. Talk. Listening to Lucian go on and on and on and on kind of maybe kicks his accent. Okay. Well, okay. So it says here that anyone who doesn't have the wherewithal to sustain this spell gets shunted to the outside of the spell effect.
Well, I can't say
Wait
I'm
a
surprised.
minute. So, anyone who gets hit with this gets thrown to the outside of the city?
Essentially, if they're in the center of it or within any vicinity of the spell, they immediately get shunted out of the area. However, if you do it inside a city, it's going to make minced paste all over everything that it runs into.
My God.
This is a spell made to destroy lives and civilizations. She immediately snatches, rolls up the scroll, and puts it back in the case.
Okay, by the way, once you do,
Yes.
something else happens.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, great. Now the case is a thing, too.
So the case, once it comes into contact with the completed spell, kind of glows bright white and becomes elongated. It is now a staff.
Interesting.
So I
Oh.
slap it back together and it turns into a staff. What does it look like?
It is like, because I want to be a dick here, it's an electrum staff.
I'm being a dick.
Because electrum is the combination of gold and platinum
Yeah.
that nobody uses because it's stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is she basically a 3.5 sorcerer now?
No.
No.
So you have your hand on the button.
The moment she sees the button, you didn't think she could
Oh,
get
the button is
paid.
on the staff.
Yeah, you didn't think
Yes,
she could get paid.
the staff
You
has a
go-
button.
Is
The
there
more
a fucking lock function?
Jesus Christ. No childproof on this spell.
Yeah. You didn't think
Like,
she could
there
get paid.
should be
She
some
goes-
child proofing.
She goes fucking dead white. Oh no.
In fact, the button is bright red.
You want to test the button
It is.
out?
It is a big red button.
She shakes her
Please
head.
tell me there's at least like another button that works as a lock.
Make an investigation check.
I am holding death itself. I'm scared. fuck you, Dwarf.
Okay, so so if you twist the staff, there is a cover that comes up and covers the button.
I immediately twist it.
Okay, the button is
Oh.
covered.
Oh, thank
You
you.
know, if you take the scroll out, the staff will not happen and we can just operate it as a normal spell.
You don't understand.
There is no more scroll.
There is no more scroll. It is now just a magical item that has the power to just destroy everything.
It also has the
Missed you
power
there.
to reveal the city if we press the button when we get there.
How do you want to do this? We could. I know you want to get rid of your family, but we could just go.
We are quite literally holding death itself, and we are also within the vicinity of someone who will soon discover what we've done. We need
You
to
know,
go now.
but he has a point. The doctor is smart on this case. We can just run. I hate to be the one to leave a fight or not even confront these people. What is the point? We might as well get to the city. We're gonna then channel magic and become stronger than them. It doesn't matter.
That is the point. We need
These
to
people don't matter. That's the point.
She'll immediately turn and just snap to stones. It matters to me. The Mevil has also been nothing but a scarred plague on this planet.
You're
Earth? What is the proper word I would use here? I don't know.
Realm.
you're above them all. Snap out of it.
Missed you that. Uh, since you want your dinner with him to be private, if you do still plan to attend, I think I'll go visit the laboratory and improve upon my device with the help of that professor.
If we stay much longer, he'll discover we need to run and erase the Mevils. Leave him standing alone without
You'll
reason.
never make it there before he knows you're gone.
Yeah. You're not quick enough. We also don't even know where it is located here.
Wait, is Stone suggesting that she doesn't know where the Mevil state is located?
Oh no, Jesus! I take that back. I am like super tired and
it is getting
not
kind of
saying
late. I'm gonna
Yeah.
wrap it up pretty soon.
Yeah.
No, but do what you have to do. You know in your damn heart that you are better than these people. And Doctor makes a fair point. We either go to this city, become stronger than magic, then come back and deal with your family, or we try to. It doesn't seem right. I don't think we'll have enough time to do that. We might as well get a head start on the road to the city.
I understand you want to go to the city, but I'd rather not leave Lucien time. I want to erase what he can use.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
There seems to be some confusion here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the button's not gonna take you to a city.
Okay.
It's going to destroy the continent.
Okay, so with the 21, double 21. Okay. If you use this item, you have to give it a location. The location gets wiped off the map.
We can leave and then just bye-bye. Holy shit.
The moment that incursion happens to her, she just goes.
The people in it does though, right? Not the objects.
The people, well, everything goes. I mean, like, everything takes the damage.
So yeah, she has
Like only the strongest
so he
structures
would-
would survive.
So he would lose his coffin, but that also means that we need to make him ghostly.
But anyway, she has this epiphany, and then she just grows the biggest grin. Get a start on the road.
All right. Stones is gonna go to the fucking cart.
Okay. You go to the cart.
Okay, I have a question. Does Stone
Yeah.
say to the cart, or is he just walking?
I'm walking to the cart because
assume
we're still in this fucking guy's like administration building. He's like right around the corner.
Well, what I'm saying is, the moment we get out the building and you start walking towards the cart, and she's just gonna stop you and go, waves the staff slightly, looks over to the ginormous spider.
We're in the vicinity of that blast. You've realized that.
Oh, don't worry, I just want to use the spider as transportation.
Oh, well, do you know how to play the piano?
I think with Cassius, you and I, because you have a bit of know-how with it already, you somehow managed to turn it on. We can figure it out.
Well, let's hurry.
She starts sprinting.
I start running with her.
Okay, you sprint toward the building with the giant spider. And,
Now,
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you are wanting to use the effect on the Mademoiselle estate, so you don't have to go there.
Oh, I know. But
Yeah.
but steal the spider, get a head start to the city to do the thing that Stones and Cassius are wanting to do. In the meantime, I'm gonna sit there and go click.
Okay. I think this is where we're going to stop for the night.
Yes.
Because you guys got to do some soul searching to figure out what the hell you're going to do next week.
Yes.
Because
It's
next week is probably going to... Well, it's not going to be the last one. But because I have something afterwards.
What? The campaign's already over?
No,
God damn.
I have...
No, he said it's not about to be done.